Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Voice of many waters, song of heaven's throne, louder than the thunder, make your glory known.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise. This is the Citi Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation.
Let the lion roar. Hail, hail, Lion of Judah. Let the lion roar. Hail, hail, Lion of Judah. Let the lion roar. Hail, hail, Lion of Judah. Let the lion roar.
.632 Elevation Worship. Let the lion roar. Hail, hail the Lion of Judah.
Prepare the way of the Lord.
Yes, indeed.
Prepare the way of the Lord.
The voice of one crying in the wilderness. Prepare ye the way of the Lord.
Prepare the way. Prepare the way of the Lord.
Have you done the preparatory work required for glory to emerge? It says every valley must be exalted, every mountain and hill must be made low, every crooked place shall be made straight, and the rough places shall be made smooth. Then the glory of the Lord shall be revealed. Greatness always requires preparation. It takes time, it takes application, it takes consistency. Business Sense this morning, we're still continuing how to improve every day. Don't be afraid to admit you were wrong. You will never change your life until you change something you do daily. That was on Monday. On Tuesday we said you cannot manage what you cannot measure. And then we said continual change is essential for continual improvement. Now I like this one. Motivation gets me started, but habits keep me going. Motivation gets me started, like I'm doing this morning, trying to motivate you, but it's the habit you form that keeps you going. And we must know the difference between the two. You can be motivated to start exercising, or start going to the gym, or start jogging, or start eating healthy. But if you want sustained success, fitness, then you must form a habit out of that motivational action. Because you will not always be motivated. You need to consciously build a new habit. Make excellence your habit. Yeah, as Business Sense, brought to you by ADB, the People's Bank. We have a variety of personal loans, including top-up loans at highly reduced rates for you, with longer tenors of up to 6 years. This offer is open to non-customers as well. Call 0302-210-210. ADB, the People's Bank. ADB, truly agric and more. And the newspaper review segment is the first segment of the show. Nathan Kwao and Caleb Kuda already here. Brought to you by Total Energies, our newly formulated, additive enriched, powerful 3-in-1 action Excellium is now available to extend your engine's life, clean its properties, and lower your fuel consumption. Experience the difference with Total Excellium new formula. Choose Excellium, choose quality. And Fidelity Bank say Ebefa. Well, literally it will take. Every hour new pages turn. Every day is a new chapter to keep your dreams alive. Today a tabletop owner, tomorrow a shop front owner. Today a student, tomorrow a big man. Today an apprentice, tomorrow a master, and the list goes on. Whatever you do to add value to the world, we at Fidelity Bank Ghana are there to inspire you to make it happen. Believe with us, Fidelity Bank Ebefa. It's an interactive show, 054-998-6996. Happy to hear from you. Today is Wednesday. Mixed bag of stories. Big demo hits various capitals as the leading opposition party mounts pressure on the EC to conduct an audit of the voters register. More on that coming up on the show. The campaign for the government to take drastic action against Galamsey continues on this program. And organized labor has given government up to end of September to declare a moratorium, a ban on surface mining, to actually declare a state of emergency. They're sticking by that. So 2 weeks to go. What is the government doing? Committees have been formed, meetings have been held. We're also getting ready for a big one, the Citi Business Olympics. If you're a business, you must be part of this great meeting. A Saturday you will never forget, competing in various fields. 5-a-side football, basketball, table tennis, Scrabble, and the CEO's Challenge. All of these and more at the Citi Business Olympics 2024 edition. Alright, so let me say good morning to the two boys, or the men, boys to men. Why is that group, by the way? Charlie, when I was in JSS and SSS, they were so popular.
Yeah, early 90s.
They said, now we've come to the end of the road, and I can't let go. It's so natural. You belong to me. I belong to you. You know, so those times when we want to woo a girl,
that with the flavor.
Boys, to the end. They were so popular.
Oh, yeah, Charlie.
But where are they now?
I don't know if they've broken up, but yeah, they're still around. You know, some of these groups, as they get older,
There was another white boy band in the UK called I forget their name. They were so popular. They were 4 white boys.
4 white boys.
Yeah. Backstreet
Boys.
Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are, where you're from. And they were so, those days SSS, there are a lot of boy groups. All trying to do a cappella and things. Does a cappella still work in Ghana?
Yes. You know that there was a phase. It was a phase.
So Liberian guys come every time and say,
it was a phase. It was a phase. It was a phase. I remember because I remember at a point a cappella was the hottest thing, right?
Charlie, a cappella. Before then it was the height of entertainment.
Yeah, man.
Then one somebody,
The term. You know what the term a cappella means?
No, I don't
It
know.
means without instruments.
Which language is that?
I don't know whether it's Italian or Latin. I'm not too sure, but it means without instruments. So if you notice, they were singing without instruments, and they had to like almost formulate. Yeah, man.
Oh my God.
But at some point, it was the hottest thing. Every group wanted to do a
good.
cappella.
Yeah.
As they say, this one too shall pass.
Yes, Daily Graphic this morning. Galamsey fight government labor meeting fruitful. Information Minister discloses. And Ghana Knowledge and Skills Bank launched. Fishers want premix fuel subsidy removed. This is the finding of a new study, and thousands of NDC faithful press demand for voters register audit. That's on the back page of Daily Graphic.
If you go to the Ghanaian Times, illegal mining combat, 4 Galamseyers grabbed for mining in Subri Forest Reserve. NDC to establish debt management authority. That's coming in from John Mahama. 3 more groups join call for illegal mining combat. And there's a picture of Edward Karewe here on the front page of the Daily Graphic. And Judicial Service explains delay of anti-LGBTQ plus cases at Supreme Court. And then on the back page of the Ghanaian Times, CRI scientists developed 3 drought-resistant vegetables.
Nice.
And in Dresia fisher folk cry for premixed fuel.
Daily Guide this morning, 2024 elections, 24 file for president. NDC demo protesters, police clash in Kumasi. Ghana loses tech guru Chenry Hesse. That story is here. Comes with a photograph of the late Herman Chenry Hesse. Lots of tributes have been pouring in. UK announces £1.9 million support for Ghana and Nigeria. On the back page of Daily Guide, CAF expresses worry over teams playing away from home. And there are more stories on the back page.
The Chronicle says Akrokeri Queen Mother declares war on Galamsey, and there's a picture of the Queen Mother here.
Nice.
Mosquito leads NDC's Enough is Enough demo, and Common Fund Administrator wins Governance Award.
Right. The Herald newspaper, mistrust and tension engulf Ghana's military after CDS coup claim. NDC calls out Asantehene Peace Council, others at protest against EC. And then there are highlights of NDC NPP manifestos on the environment. This one says Akufo-Addo spares his family man and sports minister, but scapegoats NSA boss over CAF's Baba Yara Stadium ban. Baumia spells out his Galamsey solution. Other stories here as well.
The Ghanaian publisher says no one-touch victory for Baumia or Mahama. That's according to a survey. ECOMS introduces advanced weighbridge system at ports. The finance minister says government pledges more funding for housing sector, and the NDC is saying irregularities in voter register deliberate.
Daily Analyst this morning, $50 million, this is Galamsey, $50 million revenue loss looms if EU bans vegetable exports. Enough is enough. NDC supporters storm EC offices to demand credible register. Minority to push Parliament to compel EC to audit voters register. And also in the Ashanti region, we are told police refute shooting claims.
The Daily Post says enough is enough. Ghana's biggest demo ever rocks EC nationwide. Accra records over 100,000 demonstrators. NDC gives EC 1 week ultimatum to act on audit demand. And Atuforsin says we may trigger recall of Parliament to compel EC to audit register.
Big one on BNFT. 91% of fishers support premix fuel subsidy removal. And Gesell marks 5th anniversary with 1.2 billion Ghana City guaranteed loan. And Ghana Knowledge and Skills Bank portal launched to transform digital learning. That story is here as well. Fiscal monetary stabilization efforts yielding positive results. BOG speaking.
The new publisher says Ghana's poor football pitches. Sports Authority boss sacked. ESLA launches Ghana Knowledge and Skills Bank portal. Baumia is a competent leader. Alhaji Zak Rahman tells Muslim leaders. And now Toshi wins Excellence in Governance Award.
The News Center, Baumia Mahama in tight race according to a survey. Government to release 200 million Ghana cedis to NHF to build more houses, no end in sight for city woes, and NDC holds nationwide demo to demand forensic audit of voters register. Kodil reveals low presence of NDC NPP agents at voter register exhibition.
All right, let me take you online. I'll start with Channel 1 News, and the big story there, MPP will oppose any private involvement in EC operations. Also, EC has 1 week to allow for forensic audit of voter register according to NDC, and they're also calling on the Asante MPs Council to call for forensic audit of the register. In other stories, Bawumia pledges to combat Galamsey through preventive measures and sustainable mining. And then Gersal has created nearly 3,000 jobs, $25 million in export revenue according to the finance minister. And then tech pioneer Herman Chinwihesi passes away. We got that story yesterday. Really shocking story of a man who's done so much in the technology space. CitiNewsroom.com is also leading with the Electoral Commission and issues around the voter register. Nana Boachi says NDC's demand for audit is unwarranted and must be rejected. So this is getting to a head. And other stories, Kumasi chaos, police probe shooting incident during NDC demo. And then Asantini has distilled the Ejisu Cherek Krom Dikro for desecrating the great oath. That's not for Galamsey, but for desecration. So he's been asked to go home.
Yes.
And then a few more stories. I will prevent Galamsey by sanitizing small-scale mining. Baumia now is good. We are hearing the candidates speaking about Galamsey. I think we had Napo also speak about it. Baumia is speaking about it as well. My journal online, EC response to NDC's petition promises robust final register for 2024 election. Here's the headline of the day. One village, one dam should have been called one district, one pond. According to the CPP, they are not happy at all. They say the whole village is the village that should have
pond.
Yeah, one district, one pond. Meanwhile, NCC to embark on indefinite strike on September 18, and 2 preferred bidders submitted to government for Saglemi housing project completion. So keep an eye on that story. Well, let's get into the details, gentlemen.
Bernard, we start with the back page of Daily Graphic. Thousands of NDC faithful press demand for voter registers audits. Graphic reporters, this is from across the country, Bolgatanga, Sunyani, Cape Coast, Ho, Wa, Accra, Koforidua. The issues are that the NDC is demonstrating against the EC dubbed Enough is Enough. It took place simultaneously in all 16 regions, addressing a teeming crowd at the Obra Sports at the Kwame Nkrumah interchange in Accra ahead of a nationwide demonstration. Johnson Asiedu Nketia stated that the insistence of the Electoral Commission EC not to heed to its request for auditing the 2024 voter register for the 2024 general election was a threat to the country's democracy and could degenerate into something else. Quote, "We must not let our future generations die. What we are doing is to prevent war in this country. If you want to prevent war, you fight to remove everything that has the tendency to generate same." But I saw a video from Ho where the caption was that the girls have joined the protest. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I saw that. A few more stories on this. Police probe shooting incident during demo in Kumasi.
Yeah.
So this is Citi Newsroom reporting that the Ghana Police Service has started investigation into the shooting incident in Kumasi that resulted in the injury of a police officer. Now, chaos erupted in Ashanti Regional Capital as police deployed tear gas to disperse NDC supporters who clashed with law enforcement officers during the Enough is Enough demo. The protests organized by the NDC escalated into violence when tensions flared between the demonstrators and the police. Now, it's not clear the exact cause of the confrontation, but the police in a statement said the demonstration ended peacefully in all locations with the exception of isolated incident at Kumasi in the Ashanti region. Now, still on this, the EC is saying that they have heard the NDC and they will hear from them.
Right.
So this is a story on a number of websites. It says that the Electoral Commission has formally acknowledged receipt of the petition submitted by NDC following Tuesday's demonstration. In a statement signed by Deputy Chairperson Samuel Tete, the EC assured the public that the NDC that it's committed to delivering a credible and robust final voters register. All right. Now, the EC said they were willing to engage with the NDC on their concerns. Yeah. The last story on this is from the MPP, where the national organizer Nana Boachi says they will oppose any private involvement in EC operations. Now, the national organizer? National organizer, right?
Yeah.
They are here. They've written National Youth Organizer. National Organizer has declared the party's firm opposition to any effort aimed at involving private institutions in the operations of the EC. This statement comes in response to the NDC's calls for an independent forensic audit of the register. Now, in a Facebook post on Tuesday, Nabati reaffirmed the NPP's position, making it clear that the party would strongly resist any attempt to introduce private institutions into the EC's operations. Now, still on this, he has then says that they oppose the call for the audit, and they say it's unwarranted. So this is on citinewsroom.com. The national organizer has strongly criticized the NDC for its call for a forensic audit of the register, calling it unwarranted, empty, and something that must be rejected.
Well, at it, the Civic Forum Initiative is making proposals for independent audit of the voters register. This is made up of institutions, CSOs like the Institute for Democratic Governance, IDEC. It has proposed to the Electoral Commission to commit to an independent audit of the final voters register for the 2024 general elections once it is completed and in good time. We spoke to Dr. Emmanuel Akwete yesterday.
All right, let's come to Nathan. What do you have for us?
If you go to page 11 of the Ghanaian Times, the war on illegal mining is still on. 3 more groups join call for illegal mining combat. And the story has a picture of Edward Kariwe. He's part of that. So there are 3 groups here. The Coalition of Muslim Organizations, Ghana, the Ghana Agricultural Workers Union, and one other group. Unfortunately, the print is quite bad. But of course, these are entities who are calling for the government to jump in and put up a stronger fight in terms of illegal mining. They want the government to immediately stop the destruction of the country's river bodies and forest cover. So those are some of the entities. But in terms of things happening on the ground, if you go to page 3 of the Chronicle, Akrokeri Queen Mother declares war against Galamsey. Now, Nana Sewa Brewer II, Queen Mother of Adanse Akrokeri, has affirmed her support for the initiative by the government to relentlessly fight the menace of illegal mining. However, she said the battle must be fought with the support of government agencies and members of the public. And according to her, she has been against illegal mining from day one because it degrades the environment, and therefore she will never be a part of
Now, there's still something in the Ghanaian Times on this. 4 Galamsey has grabbed for mining in Superior Forest Reserve. Story says that at least 4 persons were on Friday arrested for allegedly engaging in illegal mining, probably known as Galamsey, at Superior Forest Reserve in the Western region. The suspects aged between 23 and 40, Emmanuel Adausu, Shadrach Yolson, Inusa Yusuf, and Issa Sedu, are in police custody. The 4 were arrested during an operation conducted to clamp down on illegal mining by the Rapid Response Team of the Forestry Commission, which led to the retrieval of 5 pump-action guns and 77 cartridges from the suspects. 4 excavators were seized from the miners and were also set on fire during the raid in the forest reserve. Guys, this is very serious.
Bernard, we are learning that $50 million revenue losses loom if the EU bans vegetable exports due to Galamsey. Ghana stands to lose approximately $50 million in revenue if the European Union enforces a ban on the export of vegetables and other produce from the country due to the continued devastation caused by illegal mining activities. The Vegetable Producers and Exporters Association of Ghana, VEPIAG, has expressed concern over the severe consequence a potential EU ban would have on their industry. So that story is on page number 4 of Daily Analyst.
Give me the graphics version. Apparently, there's a meeting between organized labor and the government on Galamsey.
Timothy Nyangbe reports that the ad hoc ministerial committee set up by the president to address illegal mining in the country has assured members of the public that a lasting solution will be found to tackle the challenge head on. This followed a crunch meeting with organized labor yesterday, which the Minister of Information Fatima Abubakar described as very fruitful and encouraging. The almost 3-hour meeting was attended by the Minister of National Security Albert Kandapa, who leads the committee, Lands and Natural Resources Minister Samuel A. Jinapo, Defense Minister, Employment, Labor Relations and Information Minister. Although the meeting was held behind closed doors. A highly placed source told Daily Graphic that representatives of organized labor reiterated previous demands to tackle the Galamsey menace, which included a ban on all forms of small-scale mining, declaration of state of emergency, and reforms of some mining laws.
Let me give you a last Galamsey story. I will prevent Galamsey by sanitizing small-scale mining. Bawumia, the candidate for the MPP, has stated that his plans involve sanitizing the small-scale mining sector by empowering the Geological Services Authority to prospect for minerals and create a resource pool of equipment to support sustainable mining practices. He was speaking at Bonkatamanso on Tuesday, made these remarks in response to a question about his approach to tackling the illegal mining menace known as Galamsey. He says he stressed the importance of proactive measures to ensure that mining is conducted responsibly and sustainably.
Okay, if you go to page 3 of the new publisher, there's a very worrying story of Ghanaian students arrested in the US for alleged transcript forgery.
My God.
Now, authorities in the United States arrested 4 Ghanaian students for allegedly forging high school transcripts to gain admission to, what's the name of the university? Is it Lehigh University? Lehigh, in Pennsylvania. Otis Opoku Evans Opong, Cyril Stan, and Nomobonsowa Nai, and Henry Dabo now face charges of forgery and theft of services. Each of them has had their bail set at 100,000 USD.
It is claimed that one of them was an NSMQ contestant for a school, but I'm not very sure.
So the investigation began when discrepancies emerged in the application of Jude Dabo, Henry Dabo's younger brother, who was set to start his studies at Lehigh University this year. On August 23, Dan Werner, Lehigh's Vice Provost of Admissions and Financial Aid, reported his concerns to the Lehigh University Police Department after noticing errors in Jude's transcripts.
This is very, very serious and very worrying.
These are disturbing.
Particularly because one of the boys was supposed to be in the NSMQ team of a major school. So I think somebody we even saw on television and how he would have to forge or allegedly forges. Now let's talk about fisheries. A place called Ingresia, fisher folk are crying for premixed fuel. Back page of Ghanaian Times. Fishermen in Ingresia, a community in Sekondi Takrady, have appealed to the Ministry of Fisheries to expedite the distribution of premixed fuel along the west coast. According to them, since the end of the close season last month, they have not received premixed fuel supplies, a situation that was severely impacting the works of about 200 fishermen and local fishing economy.
In the meantime, BNFT has the findings of a survey that says 91% of fishers support premix fuel subsidy removal. But Bernard Michael Blankson has been on a rage. He's he's a American comedian who built a school in Ghana that is running for free. But he said he bought a Eurobond and the government has destroyed his investment. He says, who is the Minister of Finance in Ghana? I have beef with this guy. People of the diaspora decided to invest in our continent and they used our money to pay their debt and gave us 2 options. Either take a 37% cut and receive 5% interest with 11 years maturity date, or no cut but 1.9% interest with 15-year maturity date. He's not happy at all. He's been ranting online.
Let me end with the CPP. So they are saying that one village, one dam should have been rather one district, one pond, because they feel like no, they are serious. Apparently, they're saying aquaculture would have been better than what the government did. So a key member of the CPP, Opare Ado, has criticized the government's one village, one dam initiative. According to him, the policy is ineffective, suggesting that aquaculture would have been a better approach, with government introducing the one district, one pond policy. Speaking at the political party's dialogue on the fishery sector, he said this would have led to the creation of over 260 fish ponds across Ghana, providing each district with a reliable and cheaper source of fish. And then he says that the one village, one dam was a mistake, and that we would have had over 260 fish ponds. But do you know there's a place in La Paz called Fish Pond? Maybe they should have started their crown one day.
Oh, jump on now.
Go. Gugomi, at what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I don't change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. protector. And what they boss my mind self be the 3-in-1 action no. Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open there.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
Go.
Joe Pana. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Charlie, hey, today the matter will catch me. I received urgent order from my online store. Customer wants 10 pieces sharp. Hey, but my wahala be delivery. Stress so me too. I no get order in weeks. So then I make slow. Charlie, I decide to deliver this thing myself. Quiet. I was willing to trust my small tired car like that. But boy, I no even leave my area where the whole place full of snow. Engine kaput, pasca. Ask the boys they help me push the car off the road. Where I look up and raise my head. Where I see for Fidelity Bank billboard top. This too just be chapter. Ebefa mpa. Then Norma Vim come. Listen, I dog the sadness and find Okada fast. I deliver all the goods, collected my money, and even got referrals from this customer. Hey, Ebefa mpa. At Fidelity Bank, we believe you can achieve your dreams. Believe with us. Ebefa.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Citi Business News at 7 with MTN, Goyle, and Access Bank. Nashi Cassis has the details. Good morning.
Good morning, Bernard. Hello and welcome to the breakfast edition of the Citi Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN, Goyle, and Access Bank. My name is Nashi Cassis. Coming up, the city's depreciation against the US dollar to stabilize as market analysts anticipate potential rate cuts by US Federal Reserve. Also coming up, Volta River Authority VRA assures of reliable energy supply to support Ghana's industrialization agenda. And later, Bank of Ghana confident of the country's chances of becoming key exporter in the global food market. We settle for the details of our stories now. The Ghanaian cedi's over 27 year-to-date depreciation against the US dollar appears to be stabilizing as market analysts anticipate a potential rate cut by the US Federal Reserve later today. This move could weaken the dollar, offering a timely boost for the cedi's recovery.
Last week, the cedi registered notable gains against the US dollar and other major foreign currencies after a prolonged period of depreciation. This rebound coincided with renewed corporate demand driven largely by seasonal pressures ahead of the festive season, boosted by the Bank of Ghana's auction to bulk oil distribution companies. The cedi appreciated 0.46% against the dollar on a week-on-week basis. It also recorded gains of 0.47% against the British pound and 0.56% versus the euro, further strengthening markets' confidence. Ghana inaugurated its first gold refinery, the Royal Ghana Gold Refinery, in August 2024, with a refining capacity of 400 kilograms of gold per day, sourced from artisanal and small-scale miners nationwide. This development is expected to significantly enhance the country's foreign exchange earnings. The cedi also gained momentum following a reported disinflation path recorded in the last couple of months. Looking ahead, speculation around a possible 50 or 25 basis point cut by the US Federal Reserve on September 18 has raised expectation of further depreciation in the dollar. This could offer additional support to the cedi, reinforcing the local currency's resilience.
That was a business desk report. Now, the Bank of Ghana BUG is optimistic that the country can become a key exporter in the global food market and boost its foreign exchange earnings. According to the central bank, food items make up 43.7% of Ghana's consumer basket, reflecting the sector's centrality in food security. Speaking at the 5th anniversary celebrations of the Ghana Incentive-Based Risk-Sharing System for Agricultural Lending (GESAL) and Rubber Value Chain Conference, the Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, re-emphasized the need for lowering Ghana's food imports to enhance the country's quest to become a key exporter.
Food imports nearly account for 10% of total imports, translating to about 1.5 billion in terms of import values. The agricultural sector also holds a huge potential to help boost our country's foreign exchange reserves. First, as an import substitution strategy, sufficient food production locally will reduce the food import bill to preserve hard-earned foreign exchange reserves. Secondly, through the export promotion strategy, Ghana could become a major food exporter, which will improve the sector's foreign exchange earning capacity. Clearly, promoting a resilient and thriving agricultural sector will be transformational with broader implications on the economy, including price stability.
You heard there the Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, speaking there. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Food and Agriculture has urged players within the rubber value chain to be consistent with innovation to reap the full benefits of the sector. Paul Siame is the Chief Director of the ministry.
I also urge agribusiness to utilize the financial support effectively to boost productivity and enhance competitiveness in both domestic and international markets. The rubber value chain, in particular, holds tremendous promise for diversification and sustainable in Ghana's agricultural sector. As we work to develop this sector, we must prioritize innovation, sustainability, and ensure that benefits are shared equitably across the value chain. That's the smallholder farmer and from industry players to consumers.
You heard the Chief Director of the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, Paul Siame, there. Moving on, the Volta River Authority, VRA, has assured of a reliable energy supply to support Ghana's industrialization agenda. The authority, primarily responsible for electricity generation, emphasized that a stable power supply is crucial for driving industrial growth. Businesses recently expressed concerns over intermittent power outages, commonly referred to as doomsor, which significantly affected their operations. Speaking at the 2024 Ghana Industrial Summit and Exhibition, the Deputy Chief Executive Officer in charge of finance at the VRA, Dr. Ebenezer Tego, reaffirmed the authority's commitment to ensuring a dependable power supply for industries across the country.
At VRA, we believe that industry and energy are indeed two sides of the same coin. Without reliable, efficient, and affordable energy, our industries cannot thrive. And without a thriving industrial sector, the progress of our nation will be significantly hindered. The theme of this summit reflects the critical need to strengthen value chains, which are essential for enhancing the competitiveness of our products and services, both locally and internationally. For Ghana's industrial sector to stand tall on the global stage, we must create a robust ecosystem where all components of production, supply, processing, and distribution work seamlessly together.
Dr. Ebenezer Tego is the Deputy Chief Executive Officer in charge of finance at the Volta River Authority, VRA. Moving on, banking consultant Dr. Richmond Echiahene is urging banking institutions to shift from the need to protect their reputation and begin taking legal action against staff who engage in fraudulent activities. Figures from the Bank of Ghana's 2023 fraud report showed that the number of staff involved in fraudulent activities in banks and specialized deposit-taking institutions rose from 188 in 2022 to 206 74 in 2023, representing an increase of 46%. Per the report, these fraudulent activities also resulted in banks losing approximately 63 million Ghana cedis. Speaking to Citi Business News, Dr. Richmond Ichiahene says this would help curb the rising rates of bank staff involved in fraud.
I mean, instead of the institution formally sending the thing to the Bank of Ghana, reporting and possibly reporting to the police, you will see that because of reputational risk or the reputational damage of that institution, there is always a cover-up. Those that are reported to Bank of Ghana, then they collate it and speak on it. But what you're saying, I can speak on authority that they do not report the people. They will let them go quietly, because if any fraud incident, even intended fraud, but because somebody knows somebody who brought the person, somebody in, they want to cover it up. So what you're saying, they don't want their name to be appearing in the newspaper that the staff of this bank, staff of this are going to court and all this. So better to cover it. The governance system of those individual institutions must be up and doing, because it is one of the issues about risk governance in banks. They're not reporting it as it's supposed to be. The necessary prosecution on the charges of prosecution and punishment and imprisonment.
Dr. Richmond Ichiahene is a banking consultant. Now, on the forex market today, the dollar could be sold to you at 15 cedis 50 pesos, the British pound at 20 cedis 64 pesos, and the euro at 17 cedis 40 pesos. And that's it for the breakfast edition of the Citi Business News, proudly brought to you by MTN, Goil, and Access Bank. My name is Nashika Caesar. Many thanks for spending your time with me. Do have a great business day.
For over 60 years, Good Energy has served you top quality fuels. Goil brings you Super XP for a smooth ride. It is available in Goil stations nationwide. Goil Super XP is fortified with special additives which help your engine perform better and use less fuel. Goil Super XP is quality fuel, the ideal choice for most vehicles. Energize your ride with Goil Super XP. Who feel ya? Huh? Who be feel? Good energy. Joy
You see them. You see them every day in our communities, doing what they do best to make a difference in the lives of people. You see them. You see them bring positive transformation to the lives of people in the areas of education, health, and economic empowerment. While many will see them and turn their faces away, you see them. You see their efforts, and you know they're heroes who deserve to be celebrated. MTN Heroes of Change is setting out to unearth and to celebrate a new set of heroes. You can throw the light on the heroes you see in your community by nominating them to win 100,000 Ghana cedis and other prizes to help them expand their work. Just fill an online nomination form at mtn.com.gh or send a WhatsApp with a 1-minute video of your nominee's project on 055 141 1122. Deadline for nominations is 18th October 2024, so don't waste time. Nominate your hero now. MTN Heroes of Change. Be the change you wish to see.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
We understand the excitement and preparations that comes when your child gains admission into senior high school. But we at the Agricultural Development Bank, ADB PLC, also understand the financial burden this comes with. The chop box, trunk, school mattress, you name it. That's why we have partnered with Prospectus Ghana Limited to offer financial support for parents by introducing the ADB Quick Purchase. With a smart loan of up to 20,000 Ghana cedis, you can pick up all the the items on your child's prospectus for school. ADB PLC offers you a repayment plan of 12 months to relieve you of all that heavy financial burden. Every ADB customer who receives their salaries through the bank, military and police personnel, and all other workers on the Controller and Accountant General's payroll qualify for this facility. Walk into any ADB branch nationwide or any Prospectus Ghana Limited office near you to apply for the ADB Quick Purchase. Terms and conditions apply. ADB, the People's Bank. ADB, truly a Greek and more.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
30 minutes past 7. You heard the City Business News with MTN. Get ready for a game changer. You SMEs. We're introducing Yellow Biz, our new multi-service bundle with everything you need for smarter business solutions. It's an all-in-one package consisting of 4G plus router with 10 gig of free data, Microsoft Office 365, genuine Microsoft applications. We also have a customized business website for your business called WebWiz and Unicom Service, a unified business communication solution for your virtual call center, IVR, and conferencing needs. To stay ahead of the competition, call 100 or 0244308111 or email mtnbusiness.gh@mtn.com. And of course, Goal Energy brings you the Super XP, the ideal choice for most vehicles. Fuel up your vehicle and enjoy the smooth ride with all the benefits. It's fortified with a special additive that gives longevity to your engine and makes your engine perform to the max using minimal fuel, suitable for most vehicles. Goal Super XP, good energy. Well, kickoff is next, brought to us by Zonda Ghana. Do you know Shantui? Shantui bulldozer. Yeah, and excavators. You know, when you go on the roads, when they are doing these roads, a lot of them. You see Shantui. But you know, you mention a bulldozer, an excavator, a grader, a payloader. They are very different things.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
okay, I'm assuming the payloaders are the ones that carry the heavy duty equipment. So that's out. Yeah. Now let's deal with the different types of
and then there's something called a backhoe. Do you know what the backhoe is? Not front hoe, backhoe. They have all those things. And then they have trucks, pickups, and they are powerful people. They are off the Tema Flower Road. They have 7 branches across Ghana. So if you want to purchase any of these equipment, call 0501 773 333. Zonda, built in Ghana, building Ghana. And of course, Polytank. Oh man, this morning I asked this guy, where are you? You know what he said? He said, I'm here. I won't come work, but I don't get water, so they order for water. I said, oh, but he don't get Polytank. I said, some way. So this guy, a man of your age, of your stature in society, you can't come to work because you don't have water.
Why you do?
No, but how can I mean? Imagine that he doesn't have water in his house. A whole rich guy. A whole who can go to Supreme Court? He can't get water to drink. Bro, you for look sharp. Call Polytank, they'll sort you out. Tell them that Charlie, you are the richest guy they've been hearing of on the radio. You need a few Polytanks to be put under your house, underground, so you can pump the water. Now most people pump water.
Yeah.
Polytank has done this how many? 30 years, Charlie. So call them today. By the way, they don't do Momo anything.
So if you want to deal with them directly,
insist on Polytank. And this is a special announcement to Richie Sky, who say he can't come to work because he doesn't have water. Charlie. Oh, Richie Sky. Take what disgrace. Well, Nathan is. I'm misbehaving as because Nathan is the one doing the sports. So, Charlie, Nathan, you take it up.
All right, let's get into the headlines. We have a very interesting bulletin for you. The president has kicked out Dojinu Mekevo as NSA boss. The UEFA Champions League returns with the bang. And Man United were harvesting goals for fun at Old Trafford in the AFL Cup. All right, let's get into the bulletin. Let's start off with the National Sports Authority, and it does not have a boss as things stand because yesterday a letter from the Office of the President came through and indicated that Dojinu Mekevo, who was Director General for the last 6 months, had been fired, or his appointment had been terminated. He was appointed in March. He replaced Professor Peter Chumesi, and his dismissal comes on the heels of Ghana's ban in terms of not playing home games on the African continent, the AFCON and World Cup qualifiers, after CAF withdrew the approval it had for the Baba Yara Stadium. It means that Ghana does not have a ground to host Category 3 matches, and those matches are AFCON and World Cup qualifiers. And so Dojinu Mekevo has been fired. Following that, the NSA also announced that the Accra, Baba Yara and Cape Coast Stadia had all been closed down for renovation after the Ministry of Youth and Sports suggested that the Accra Sports Stadium should be used to host Black Stars matches. Remember, CAF said that the pitch at the Baba Yara Stadium, among other things, the pitch was not in good condition. All these other ancillary facilities or ancillary works and other things, additions, were also not in good shape. And so the sports minister has asked that the Accra Sports Stadium be put together. As to whether the ground will be ready for the October session of matches in the international window, we wait to see. But what this latest decision means is that clubs like Asante Kotoko and Hearts of Oak will need to find new home grounds. Kotoko, they have decided to use the Lenkley Stadium. Accra Hearts of Oak are yet to state where they'll be playing their Ghana Premier League matches. Dreams FC, they will have to adopt the Newtown Park as their temporary home because of the latest measure, but they were not informed of the decision. So we wait to see how all of these clubs, Accra Lions and all the others, will react to the closure of the Accra Sports Stadium, the Baba Yara Stadium, and the Cape Coast Stadium as well. We stay with some more local football, and Tony Obin, or Dr. Tony Obin, who's Mediama board chairman, has called for the formation of a strong base for the Black Stars by using players from the Ghana Premier League. He indicated that some Black Galaxies players needed to be empowered to feature in the Black Stars, just like other countries like Egypt, South Africa, and Madagascar have done in recent times.
Going forward, we do better because Ghanaians are expectant of a better Black Stars. You know what I think? When I'm confronted with this, I think we need to create a very strong local Black Stars. I mean, the Galaxy is a very strong one. And this strong one will form the basis of the Black Stars when they're going to play. I believe that that will be very a good experiment. Because what?
So Dr. Tony Obin speaking there, he's board chairman of Mediama Sporting Club. We're talking about Black Galaxies and local league players. The CHAN, which is the Championship of African Nations, or the AFCON reserved for players who play in their home countries' leagues, will be played next year from the 1st to the 28th of February. The first round of qualifiers will be played in October. CAF says the competition will be played in East Africa, but they are yet to disclose which particular country and which venues will be hosting the CHAN. Let's move on to some other interesting things. In the next few days, we'll be having the Citi Business Olympics, and on today's episode of our build up, my colleague Bernard Abekwatri takes a look at one of the sports disciplines that will be contested over at this year's Citi Business Olympics.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of the Citi Business Olympics. In today's episode, we look at one of the sporting disciplines which will feature at this year's event set to take place at the Eden Heights Sports Complex. It is the 7-a-side football. The 7-a-side football is one of the mini football variations of football, which is played among 7 players in each team. In the game, it consists of 1 goalkeeper and 6 outfield players. The pitch of 7-a-side football is bigger than that of 5-a-side football, ranging from 50 to 65 yards in length and 25 to 50 yards in width, respectively. This year's 7-a-side football tournament will see various companies battling for trophies and bragging rights in a one-day event on September 28. The head of programs production for Channel 1 TV and Citi FM, Apioko Seiram Abe, has provided insight into what to look forward to, highlighting that the event will offer more than just the competition in the sporting activities.
Next week, we're at the Eden Heights Sports Complex at Ouija, and it promises to be exciting. In the next couple of days, the two of you are going to get to meet some of the competitors for this year. The companies will be coming through in their regalia with their jama, all the excitement that they bring. And don't forget that the reigning champions, GCB Bank, they are not ready to pass up the cup, So there's a lot of work to do across the disciplines. But like we've been saying, it's not just about the competition. We know that people who work in their offices, there may be some, the one-time national champion of something. But for the most part, the networking. The networking is off the charts because you come at people there who you ordinarily wouldn't have the opportunity to meet. C-suite executives, the decision makers of companies that are looking to sponsor your events, to partner with you, to invest in your business, or you want to invest in their business. There are all sorts of different channels through which we can interact with each other. And the Citi Business Olympics is one of those places where you have the superstars of Ghana's corporate space and you can network for that purpose. So we're saying that, look, it's less than 2 weeks to go. We can't have, I keep saying, 10,000 companies there. No. We cannot. No. So we don't want a situation where it's Friday the 27th and people are calling and say,
Companies interested in participating in the 2024 Business Olympics can register by calling 0558 973 973. Winners of this year's event will be awarded gold, silver, and bronze medals. The Citi Business Olympics 2024 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM and proudly sponsored by Peeby Beverages, Blue Jeans Energy Drink, Bethel Logistics, experts in shipping logistics, and Lozati Lozenges from Unicom Chemist Limited.
My colleague Bernard Abek watch you with that preview of the Citi Business Olympics happening on the 28th of September. Let's get into Europe now. And last night was day one of the new look UEFA Champions League.
We were adapting at the beginning of the match as well to the pitch. It was not easy for the players. The control is entirely different.
Right, apologies for that wrong insert. But of course, that's the voice of Unai Emery speaking after Aston Villa beat Young Boys of Switzerland by 3-0. Juventus beat PSV 3-1. Harry Kane, he was hot as Bayern Munich scored 9 against Dinamo Zagreb. They won that game by 9-2. Defending champions Real Madrid, they started off their defense with a 3-1 home win over VfB Stuttgart. Let's hear from Carlo Ancelotti. Carlo Ancelotti is Real Madrid manager.
Well, difficult game, of course, because the Stuttgart played really well at the beginning, and then slowly we were able to take control. We went 1-0 up, and after that we could have the possibility to score the second one to close the game, and then they were back in the game. So difficult game, but as usual, no surprise.
What areas did they make it most difficult for you?
I think it was difficult for us to recover. They managed really well the ball, and we had difficulty to catch the ball, to press high. We could stay.
Carlo Ancelotti is Real Madrid manager. The Liverpool also won the night, the AC Milan 3-1. The Champions League returns this evening. There are interesting ties. The biggest one is Man City versus Inter Milan at the Etihad. In the Carabao Cup, Man United were harvesting. They scored 7 against Barnsley. Everton, they're kicked out by Southampton on penalties, and Fulham, they were kicked out by Preston North End also on penalties. There's more sport in our subsequent bulletins, but that's Kickoff on the Citi Breakfast Show for this morning. My name is Nathan Carl. Many thanks for listening. Kickoff was proudly brought to us by Polytank and by Zonda and Lecheho. We have more sport for you later in the day, and remember, there's more sport on citisportsonline.com. Do have a fantastic day. Stay safe. Take care, and bye-bye.
Hey, well, yo, I did tire for Abu Chef. See, everything I do, Abu won't do some. Last year, I bought a cattle farm in Yanton. I see he go buy a farm next to mine. I marry Fauzia. No, he marries Fauzia's sister. I buy my motorbike. I see, no, he go buy motorbike too.
Hey, but you don't see since you buy your bike, he has bought 4 motorbikes, which have all broken down. You know they maintain bikes at all.
His problem be he dey put wrong lubricant for his bike inside. The correct motorbike oil where if you put inside be Shell Advanced Lubricant. Shell Advanced Lubricant be the only motorbike oil where they make them for motorbike to protect engine, clutch and brake. Wait, no. Wait me, I no go tell him. Shell. Hey, well, wait, where you go?
If you don't go tell Abu, me I go tell him say make you use Shell Advanced Lubricant for him bike.
Hey,
visit any Shell station or distributor today to get your Shell Advanced Lubricant for your motorbike. Shell Advance, complete protection for your bike.
Guys, Charlie, you know that mining contract I've been chasing for years now? I just got awarded the deal, but the issue is where to get the right and quality heavy-duty trucks to execute this job here in Ghana.
Relax, my guy. Remember my recent construction deal at Pokwase? Zonda sorted me out.
Zonda? What? Who is that?
Zonda Tech Ghana Limited is your one-stop shop for machinery, heavy and light-duty trucks, and pickups. They have the Shantui bulldozers, graders, payloaders, rollers, Fua pickups, 4-land light trucks, TX trucks, and oil tanks, made and assembled right here in Ghana with top-notch after-sale service and standard prices.
Made in Ghana. This is amazing.
You haven't seen my Zonda Power pickup, which I take to the office? Strong, durable, and tough on our roads.
Hey, that's from Zonda too?
Absolutely. Zonda is the right place for you, my guy.
Oh, now I am sorted with Zonda. Zonda Tech Ghana Limited, your solution for heavy and light-duty trucks. Located at Tema, off their Flower Road. Call 0501-772-222 or 0501-773-333. Zonda, built in Ghana, building Ghana.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
The health and nutrition segment is next and is proudly brought to you by Sankofa Natural Spices.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Health Secrets with me, Dr. Simi, brought to you by Sankofa Natural Spices. Today we review a spice called turmeric. It looks just like ginger, but it's a bit more colored, a bit more yellow. It will probably stain your hands when used. Turmeric is in the same family as ginger and has a compound called curcumin, and that's where the power lies. Turmeric has potent anti-inflammatory properties and is known to lower blood pressure by causing the blood vessels to relax. Turmeric has potent anti-inflammatory properties, therefore consumption may help reduce the development of inflammatory conditions such as cancers and osteoarthritis. Turmeric is found in the curry powder products of Sankofa Natural Spices. DDA.
The health and nutrition segment was brought to you by Sankofa Natural Spices.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
In a world where only the best survives, you need a fuel that can match your drive. A fuel with unparalleled protection for your engine, superior efficiency, and unrivaled performance. A fuel so unbeatable, when you get behind the wheel, you'll focus on what really matters. The journey ahead. That fuel is Shell V-Power, because no other fuel gives your engine better protection, better efficiency, and better performance. Be unbeatable. Drive unbeatable. Shell V-Power. Shell, go well.
Channel 1 TV is live on DSTV, GoTV, and HD+. On DSTV, find us on Channel 363. On GoTV, we're on Channel 117. And on HD+, get us on Channel 108. On a digital TV, run a new search. But take note that without an antenna, you cannot access Channel 1 TV. Channel 1 TV can be accessed on any free-to-air digital box, like the DSTV and HD+ boxes. Channel 1 TV, telling your story, empowering change.
I am
I'm Mohinere Gifty. You see, it always feels good when you receive that salary alert. I made a bold decision to invest a lump sum into the Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan. And this means that I will get these alerts every month throughout retirement for the rest of my life. You too can retire on your own terms. So invest a lump sum in the Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan today and enjoy guaranteed monthly income for life. Call Old Mutual on 050-453-4333 or visit oldmutual.com.gh to sign up today. Old Mutual, do great things every day.
This one day give and take, your friend who good exchange. Puma Gasaba, blue cylinder, clean and safe. Hey, this one day give and take, your friend who good exchange. Puma Gasaba, blue cylinder, clean and safe. Hey, take empty from your full. All we knew, no more stress. Good exchange with Puma Gas. This one be good exchange. Say bye-bye to firewood and coal and your health challenge. Good exchange with Puma Gas. This one there give and take. Your friend who good exchange. Puma Gasaba, blue cylinder, clean and safe. Hey, this one there give and take. Your friend who good exchange. Puma Gasaba, blue cylinder, clean and safe. Hey.
We started with a vision of a future where innovation is at the forefront of business operations in Ghana. We saw a world where technology is no longer just a tool, but a seamless extension of our lives, making business processes easier, faster, and more efficient. 10 years later, over 3,000 successfully implemented solutions to customers across Ghana and Africa. Tennessee has solidified her spot as the leading IT solution company in Africa. It is indeed beyond our dreams. We celebrate 10 years of tenacity, mastery, and leadership. Happy 10th anniversary to Tennessee Professional Services.
Electoral Ghana Limited is back with a massive back-to-school promo. Visit EGL showrooms and authorized dealer stores across Ghana for best offers on Samsung, Media, TCL, and NASCO products. Get a free portable audio speaker with the 50-inch NASCO Android UHD Smart TV for just 4,999 Ghana cedis. NASCO AC starting 3,699 Ghana cedis with free air cooler. Experience UHD 4K Smart Android TV with TCL for 6,499 Ghana cedis and receive a free electric kettle. Cook up a storm with the Media 20-liter solo microwave for only 999 Ghana cedis and say no to cold meals. Get a free cake mixer with the 4-burner Media gas cooker. Call 0503-159-739 for more information. Electroland Ghana Limited, home of electronics and appliances. Terms and conditions apply.
Beyond every boardroom is a story waiting to be written. A story of a business and its potential, of a community that thrives, a hospital that serves, and energy that powers millions of dreams. It's a story that only gets better with a partner that has the expertise and solutions to make it a reality. At Absa Corporate and Investment Banking, we are invested in your story, and we invite you to write it with us because your story matters. Absa. Authorized FSP and registered credit provider.
In September, 17-year-old Ache Soa in Teshimami, along with 461,000 others, will sit for their final SHS exams. When the exams are over, Ache will be the ringleader of the celebration. Powder flying, signatures, and "I was here" some scrawled on every surface. But when her results are released mid-December, she may not be part of the 30% who would gain university admission. But what if there was another way for Ache to go to university like she always dreamed? Introducing Pathway by ALX. Your access to global universities, scholarships, and funding opportunities. Go to www.alxafrica.com to learn more. ALX, do hard things.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Mr. JP. Yeah. Tibia would Timubia, one Quadia, Mawabumbu, in Suabeton, in Suanitia, if you have a bonti bensu, Tivia Crabbe Poge, Wusian Forbe, you are man, Chedian Pons in a neat one and muscle, Mawa Comentu, Usua Wusuara, Woody, and a Wolf Munina, a Buro so, I know a Shapantia would Nakoma, Yan Copon with whom my brokers here demand a man. O Christo ne hunton dia wadawa na wato me pono matamfo ni memra menye ni daso waso me sa de mitwapo kokko we nyame kwanso se senya me wadaso tiase dia we ni da hwanso tete botan wa ye bi pen wadaso gina ne naso emfa we ni ntu wiase wo nyankopon ne tiase o gidi ni be hwiase mpredi asan we ni begwase nipa besrew na wonya hwekra na ye twewase ni gine mu wubu nkotodwa akasenya memedase senior kese to be dead in tino and so try bebre beto so kai baby a wo fino ya kire wo dunsi ni bi fie na so wo down with chino be bompa ye won sabeka wo de wo yesu dimu obrede be pombe
so we no de be ba na ma wa ba mumbu dina pindi na ma wa komentu ye wadi ni hutu na ni nyame so adenyi na dibu ano ye ni ye so we no de be ba na ma wa ba mumbu dina pindi na ma wa komentu ye wadi ni hutu na ni nyame so adenyi na dibu ano. You've been looking for someone to take your sorrows all away, one to hold you tight and say everything's gonna be okay. Kai sambra will pray now, or money huna huneria, and yet the night is dry. Hold on to your faith.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Brighter day, on Yami Puma, on Sessi for Black Hole. There will be a brighter day, brighter day, brighter day, on Yami Puma, on Sessi for Black Hole.
So 7:40 on the Citi Breakfast Show. We have a few birthday requests. Glorious birthday to Reverend Dr. Anthony Kujo, Head Pastor ICGC Calvary Temple Sakumono, coming in from Samachuku. And the Mothers of Zion. When you hear a name like Mothers of Zion, you know that they be prayer warriors. Samachuku being one of our most distinguished listeners. So Reverend Anthony Kujo, Head Pastor ICGC Calvary Temple Sakumon. You know, it's funny thing. Last week I was going to church and I said I was going to use Spintex Road. You know, those days when you used to stay there, Charlie, Spintex Road was everything. Charlie, right now, nothing. That's all it.
Oh, why?
You know, it's nice, but it's not what it used to be.
Oh, no. It's actually now becoming a destination.
Rather.
Yeah. It's becoming...
No, it's not easily gone.
Oh, no. No. What I'm saying is that Spintex is taking a new shape in terms of how industries are lining up the streets.
On the initial part from the Bank of Ghana side,
all the way to Coca-Cola.
Yes. What I'm saying is
which is solid.
That part is different from the Coca-Cola to the second Coca-Cola to Kakalika Plaza. That's a bit different.
Yeah. Oh no, totally.
Yeah. So
but I think the real industrial part is the if you like the Palace. All the way to Coca-Cola, and they are lining up the streets seriously.
Every day, new building.
You know, one of the things I wonder of why, like, local voters don't think about such things in terms of, because it's very national. The manifestos are very national. So the MPP will say we'll do an industrial park, NC will do an industrial park. I feel like sometimes when you develop, voting should be more so maybe Adenta or Spintex is in Teshinungwa or something. Right? Is it
parties in Teshi?
If like local governments were working,
and parties in La.
If local governments were working, this development we are discussing would have been something the local government would have. But this is almost like it happened naturally. So the assembly just gives permits, and they're not
it's
really
because central government is too powerful
and yet ineffective.
Well, rightly
Do you
so.
understand?
Yeah.
So central government is powerful and overbearing.
Yeah.
So if you are the MCE for say Crower or your MCE for Lekma, you don't have that much power. But if you look at the level of businesses from that, what's the name of this Coca-Cola runabout, all the way back to they call it Bank of Ghana, Flower Pot.
Yeah, Palace.
I mean, the number of companies there, the size of the companies, from furniture to metalworks to housing, building fixtures and fittings,
malls
to I mean, it's a massive, and the question is, and I'm coming on, it will surprise you that the road they are doing behind the Spintex road, the central government that's paying for it. You see, now a functioning development model where you have China Mall, Melcom, Furniture City, all these companies on this big road.
Huge.
That main road that original Spintex road is not in a very good shape. They are building a good road, but you need central government to take money from a central pot to do that road.
Yeah.
The assembly probably only gives a permit. You get it? So I feel like there has to be a redesign of the model where people can be responsible for where they live, because the amount of business,
the assembly
should be more powerful.
I think that goes without saying, Bernard. But we also need to remodel the way we the choices we make for who heads the assemblies. We can't use a tokenist approach to select the chief executive officer of the municipal authority, which in a more advanced world is seen as a proper corporate job with requisite skill set, educational background. It's not, you helped us to do campaigns, so come and let me give you post. Then you give the person chief executive officer of, say, Accra.
But sometimes, wait, is it the quality of the person running the institution, or the what the institution has been designed to do? Let me explain. You see, the office of the mayor of Boston is an office that is large enough with various units meant to run a city. Now, if you take the office of the mayor of, say, Takoradi or Accra, has it been set up with the authority and the legal framework and the power and the autonomy to do the kinds of things that will require the leader you are discussing? Because
not so much.
As you sit here with your leadership skill, if I make you we are in Okankwe North. If I give you Okankwe North DC,
no, we are not in Okankwe.
Sorry,
Koliklote.
If I give you the mayor of Koliklote, you will resign in 1 week. Do you know why? Because the way that thing has been designed, you can't do anything.
You mean I have a track record?
You will resign. No, you resign because when you look at the scope of your responsibility and the task at hand and the kind of thing you need to mobilize to do it,
true,
you won't do it. They don't give the chance. So where it starts from is that the government must say that, look, central government has become too slow and too big and ineffective, right? So let's decentralize, because you see, you want people's involvement in their development. Now, if you live on the Spintex Road or if you live at Okpoigono, you have a say because you are concerned. You know what happens there. Do you understand? Now, if the office of the mayor is well designed with people who are in charge of roads, street lights, in charge of business promotion, and all of that is well set up, I don't think it will be a big problem if they are properly taxed. Because again, your equivalent in an advanced country, they tax everything because you can see what the assembly is doing. But it doesn't start with the quality of the person heading it. It starts with institutional design and its relationship with the center. In Ghana, the center wants all the money. The center wants all the contracts. The center just wants to put people in this assembly to do its bidding. They are not going to allow him to take charge. Do you get it? So I am looking at the manifesto to say, look, if a party has thought through the model well and said, we are going to empower our assemblies to do ABCD, and we are going to allow, because by the way, for both governments, the office of the president, that contraption is very big. So there are lots of ministers without portfolio in that office. There are lots of things that office of the president purportedly does, because we want to want to concentrate power in the center because everything president says. We realize that the president may be powerful in appointing, but he may not be powerful in executing because he's not on the ground. So it's better to take some of that power and say, let's
invest it in the
do you get
local
it? So you have
yeah.
a competent man running Secondary Takrady with a plan. He has a competent team of engineers and lawyers and things working for him. He's also has some financial autonomy to come up with laws that can allow him to tax. Look at the companies on the Spintex road to say, okay, we want you to pay for 30% of the cost of the road. The government will bring the 70%. The estates that are on that side of the road contribute X amount. Yeah. You see, so I feel like one of the things we need to fight for ahead of this election is for well thought through decentralization. Because if we don't do that, the same development problems will repeat themselves irrespective of whoever wins. Because the design of governance has concentrated power at the top and in the center. And you and I know that by the time the arm of state gets to your locality, you have to lobby. Look, sometimes when I needed roads in my area, we had to get people who are estate organization representatives to go for a meeting at the Department of Urban Roads for a whole series of engagements before they came to do presentations about what they were. It took us all a long time. Of course, because I'm on air. Not everybody can do that. But imagine if at that time the 3 assemblies where all of us were located were powerfully functioning assemblies. There's no need for me to go to Department of Urban Roads and go and be meeting Abbas Awolu, stressing him, mentions them on the radio every day, just to come and do a 3-kilometer road. Do you follow me? So I think maybe we should look at the manifestos and the design of the governance model for local government, and then the person who has a superior plan. Okay, because remember the last time they were appointing MCs, the 2021 round, there was a name, some names came up, and we said, oh, this guy is good. He used to work at one of the telcos. He didn't even win. And in fact, if he had even been given that job, he would probably have resigned in frustration, because you know guys who are very competent running companies. They were given DC when they call someone and say, Charlie Jumano. It's some way, because they don't give him the chance. It's like you are set up to fail. You don't have enough resources. You don't have enough quality people. And anything you want to do, you have to look at your minister. You get it? And your minister is not encumbered by the problems you face down there. Meanwhile, Casamance, if you are looking for 261 competent men and women to give assemblies to run, won't you find? If the design were right, you'll find.
You will. You see, what I'm saying is, yes, it needs a remodeling, and also for us to reassess the relationship between the assemblies and central government.
Yeah.
No two ways about that. Now, you talk about how we can remodel the structures of the local assemblies, and which is required. But I'm saying that as things stand now, we have working structures that have been disabled and rendered ineffective. If you go to a municipal authority, you can look at it as a miniature or a mini ministries that has health department, that has environment department. In fact, they are even supposed to employ architects. Do you know that? But how many of them have what it takes to employ a qualified architect and keep them on their payrolls? So the laws are there, but how central government
in actuality
they've been disabled. And that's what is coming back to bite us in our development. Because every DCE is looking on their shoulders to see what central government is saying. Because they can call you tomorrow and they appear.
And they are choking.
They
are choking. Because he's worried. So if they go and tell President Atali, the DCE for Nkwanta South, he's even campaigning for Allah. They finish you.
They do that. And that's what is coming back to bite us.
It's serious.
So it's making the cost of our development a bit too high. A bit too high.
Because as you sit here, when I listen to the things you say on radio, I know you feel for development, but I don't know what it will take to convince you to accept a job to be DC.
Oh, this man.
Do you know why? No, I'm using you as an example because you see, and I'm happy we use the platform we have to do the things we can. So Akosombo Dam Spillage, we mobilize to raise resources. There's a lot of things we've used resources to do. Even this week, we went to do Galamsey coverage because we control the resource. You see, the reason we are effective in what we do is because we are not encumbered by some political oversight that has an ulterior motive, or we are looking behind our shoulders because the central government has a plan which is... Do you understand? Now, my argument to all the young people is, please ask the people who want to be MP and who are coming to you to campaign, what is your plan for local governance? I think it's one of the most important things in the next 4 years. How we will be governed locally. You want to build a house. You go to get a permit. You may be required to pay a bribe. You get the permit, you have to do soil test. You have to do all things. People can do all those things sitting in the house, don't even go to the office. Or you live in an estate. Then the owner of the estate decides he's going to sell the front of the estate to somebody to do a fuel station. You go to the local government people, they've already given the permit approval. And you can't really do much because the guy has been appointed. He doesn't report to you because local governance is really just a perfunctory role. But in a properly functioning society, these things should be discussed. There should be meetings where they will say, okay, this is the development plan for Kunkatamanso for the next 10 years. These are the companies that say they want to do development. Let's have a conversation about it. You know, we sometimes make it look like only politicians understand governance and therefore they are the only people who can effect change. We've seen it in other jurisdictions. If you go to LUSPA, some of the best brains in terms of town and country planning, they are all there. They won't even talk because they are frustrated. Why? No matter what they do, somebody will go and get...
You say if you go to where?
Land use and special planning. They are there, but they can't. So do what they do?
LUSPA.
They do research. They do...
Sounds like a football club.
No, sometimes... You know what's painful? Somebody will be given an appointment then for 3 years. He realizes that all his knowledge is not being used. So you get a contract to go to South Africa or go and lecture somewhere, then he leaves. Okay. I am saying that, yes, there's a lot of election issues. Yes, Galamsey is a big issue we'll discuss today. Even Galamsey, but when I went to assume, again, between chiefs, Samens, you take Peeby Brim. Okay, let's analyze Peeby Brim. Palm, cocoa, rubber, and then minerals.
And bunching.
So you have assume, you have Kede. Now, if Peeby Brim was a company where the number of citizens there are the customers and the resources given, we saw a plantation of passion fruit, big companies, small companies. If it wasn't for the way political oversight has disempowered our DCEs and probably selected the wrong people, if you give Peeby Brim as a district to somebody, come up with a district development plan, this is a 10-year development plan for Peeby Brim, we're going to reduce unemployment, you make it a crabeshe.
That's exactly the point I was making.
You can do it. You can do it because they have everything. They don't need... Peeby Brim does not need... They don't need to go to Akufo-Addo to come and do something for them.
Bernard, you've actually summed up the point I'm making.
They don't need it.
Look at the vast land resources. The oil palm plantations where international companies travel and come and also exploit.
And
if you have a proper management of this space, you think that unemployment will be an issue.
People won't be poor because you have a way of...
So I think that we need, and again, this is the last point to make for the break. If you are a thinker within the political parties, you know, in the parties, there are the people who sort of do the strategy behind the scenes. A lot of them don't even come on air, but they design a lot of the ideas out the communicators use. I want to urge you to take a closer look at development models, okay? And your ideas can change the way your flag bearer governs if he wins. All right? So you don't need to come on air to explain it. But I'm saying that you know that the current model is not working. Don't just promise something like, oh, we will give more districts, we'll give more money. No, what you need is to redesign the system to allow a certain level of autonomy so that they will find ways of raising resources internally. Then let the government focus on the big ticket items. Build airports, build highways, build bridges, build rail lines. Do you get it? Sponsor. Because in well-functioning societies, Nathan, if you go to some countries, you can't even send your child to a school outside your locality.
Yes.
So if you live in and around Adenta, you have to make sure that the schools in Adenta are quality.
Yeah.
How the white people segregate is sometimes I realize that maybe there are too many people of a certain class in a society. They move to a new place, house prices go up. You go to a school, there's only one black person. Because when you concentrate people in a city and and I'm not saying I support that, but my point is that you can use urban regeneration to actually change the quality of education, quality of health, quality of everything. Okay, and the good thing is that we in Ghana, we don't have to start from the beginning. There are so many models. Most of our thinkers studied in Germany, Netherlands, US, UK, China, Japan increasingly. All the models are there. All right. I always say that you only know something to the extent that you can apply it. So I want to beg the thinkers in the parties, please shape the policies around effective local governance. That is what will save us. All right. Yes, we have to stabilize the economy. We need all these macroeconomic things. But I tell you, if Ghana is going to transform in the next 10 years, we need a new development model with well-functioning assemblies. And by the way, if the design of the assembly and the structure is right, you will attract the right people. There are so many public-spirited individuals who are willing to work in these assemblies, but in the current structure, they will fail. As I sit here today, if you make me a DC, I will fail. Poto, because the system, but if you give me a media house, I won't fail. The system has not been designed to succeed. All right. And maybe when there's a bit of calm, we have to go closer into the party's ideas about governance. Because at the end of the day, it's the quality of governance, whether it's Galamsey, whether it's EC, all the things we're discussing, it's the quality of governance. And governance is what? Leadership and management as one composite word. How we are governed determines a lot of things. So let's take some comments on this.
But before you go,
yes,
let's also understand this reality that all the political parties, what the script that they prepare when they want to govern and what they do
it's not the same.
When they get the power is not the same. I'm telling you that if you go...
How far different is it?
Day and night.
Very, very different.
I'm telling you. Some of the things they write that they want to do, the richness of their manifesto, the detail of their manifesto, and what they end up doing because of compromises.
So the idea may be well thought through, but once you get into
the person who's crafting the idea, as you said, they normally are backroom technocrats
thinking about the thing from a very scientific
and then when they get into power, those people are sidelined. And then the business people will come and the pretenders and all these people, they wear party colors and they take over.
They will say, "Now how much did he contribute?"
Yes.
So maybe he's the one who designed the thing, but he doesn't have such clout.
And they put people there who have no clue what it means to execute that strategy.
Last point on that, I think that also goes to the quality of the leadership. Because again, you, the leader, you decide who you believe. Okay, so if we have an issue here in this company, and I am telling you something, Caleb is telling you something, Nathan is telling you something, your effectiveness decides which of the three of us you believe and who you empower. Now, if you decide to empower Caleb because he gave you more money for your campaign without thinking about Nathan, whose idea helped you win the election, then you are the one to blame.
True.
Number two, you have to also set up a system which allows you to reward the right people, to protect yourself. Because I know that in Ghana, people are in Ghana, once you are close to power or once you have money, you attract all kinds of characters. You sitting here, if you become a millionaire today, there are people who will come start sending you text messages that you don't even know them from anywhere. Now, I'm serious. Now, if you don't build a system around you that can manage you, that money you get will destroy you. It's the same with power. Once they get the power, there's interests that come. And a lot of those interests, they promise you something, and then why do you think a lot of our leaders start well? If you compare the first year or 2 years of all our presidents, they all mean well. They all start well. Charlie, they are abandoning shit by the third year. The cooking is too much. The thing, Charlie, basa. So, I'll end on this note. John Maxwell says something. Good decisions are important, but managing good decisions are more important. Let me translate that. He gave a very good example. He says, who you marry is important.
Okay.
But how you manage the marriage is more important.
Right.
You can marry the right person and mismanage that right marriage.
True.
So who you vote for is important. But how you manage the governance after the person is voted for is more important. So by all means vote for whoever you will support. But let's know that whoever wins this election, it will not change things if we go back to we voted, let's go and sleep. If we don't insist and ensure that look at what's happening in Galamsey now. People have realized that no, we cannot go to bed. So almost 50 groups have issued statements. Even yesterday, on my way home, somebody from CSIR said, Charlie, we want to send you a statement.
Yeah.
Do you have space? I said, yes, we do.
Yeah.
Why?
City event yesterday.
So we realize, and I think this is going to be a theme going forward, that we realize that if we stay aloof, the political leadership will not do the right thing because the interests, when we are sleeping, the interests go to them at night. Whether they are business interest, party interest. So we the people come and shout on the radio in the morning. In the night, other people go and see the people and they do the wrong thing. So if we don't stand up for what we believe and we don't police the governance process, and this decentralization thing is going to be a major theme, in my view, for the next 10 years. How we are governed locally will make or break this nation. So please get interested. Scrutinize the manifestos better. Question the people who come to you for votes and make sure their idea is well founded. As Samen said, the quality of governance may have nothing to do with the quality of the manifesto. So when they win, let's engage and make sure they stay on the straight and narrow. 803, Tech and Social Media Trends next, brought to you by...
It's brought to us by Telecel and First Bank Ghana. Telecel is doing something wonderful for entrepreneurs, especially women. They call it connecting businesses, connecting the woman in business. It's the Telecel SME month. What we do is that we are empowering women in webinar series, as well as the Women 100 Power launch. There are exciting rewards in store for all businesses as part of our newly launched Red Loyalty for Businesses. Women entrepreneurs, join our special Telecel Women in Business membership and elevate your enterprise to new heights. There are more rewards also. So to find out more, call this number 0302 334-040. Visit www.telecel.com.gh for more. Now, First Bank Ghana is saying if you're sending money to Gambia, Guinea, Liberia, Nigeria, and Sierra Leone, it's easier than ever. They do that through PAPS network, PAPS platform, the Pan-African Payment and Settlement System. All you need to do is to visit any First Bank Ghana branch nationwide with your cash and your money is transferred. Please call 0596 921 921 for more. First Bank, you first.
Second social media trends with Nathan Kwao. What's trending, Obodai?
Well, we'll get into the heavy topics, but the more popular ones, Champions League, all of that. But let me start off with this. So two related trends. Michael Blankson, who is an American comedian, and Ken Oforiatta. So the two names are going together. Yesterday, Michael Blankson put out a series of tweets saying that, he's built a school in the central region.
Yeah.
So he invested his money in bonds. And then they got affected by the haircut, Charlie. And yesterday, he was on an absolute tear.
Is it like a comedian in the US, right?
The comedian in the
Michael
US.
Blackson.
Michael Blackson. Okay, Blackson.
And he says his 10% is now 1.95.
Yeah, he says.
And they are paying him in number. Yeah, this is an example of what the debt exchange means.
So he was very, very upset. Very, very, very upset. Very upset with the former finance minister. He said he was thinking of suing him.
No, is that because you are using my money to pay China or something like that? Or some country like that?
This is what a haircut means.
Yeah. So when,
his hair will grow back in 20 years.
And people were commenting. People were also sharing
That's if you live for 20 years.
It's serious.
Yeah, people were also sharing their own stories as to how the DDP
when the company sends me the thing, I open it small and I look and I place it. Anyway, so he's trending.
Together with Ken Oforiatta. So people are commenting on all of that.
Okay.
Enough is enough demo is also trending. The NDC did their demonstration yesterday. And now to the sport related trends. Yesterday was day one of the new look Champions League.
I still don't understand it.
I have explained to you.
How can you have a league table of 34 teams?
36 actually.
So how would you put a table to look at it?
But don't do the table.
And Bayern Munich they scored 9-2. What's that?
So they say it's exciting.
I thought they said they were bringing more competitive games.
Yeah, so the point is that if you are Dinamo Zagreb, so this one, they did 4 pots of different level teams. So you get 2 year. So last night it was 9-2. Maybe next week Dinamo Zagreb will get somebody else to beat. So anyway, staying with that, Kane, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, all of the names trending. Real Madrid also trending. They won 3-1. Bayern, Stuttgart, all of the things. For those who love their, rap music, P. Diddy is also trending. Yesterday, he chopped hot for New York. He was arrested. Slapped with charges of trafficking and all of that. According to one report, they said they found 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube in his house. I don't know what he was doing.
This kind of music, I don't know. Anyway, let's just move on.
To some tech news, and Instagram yesterday announced that they were putting out latest measure to protect young users from dangers on their platforms. So what they will do is that they have settings that will automatically make millions of teen accounts private and restrict what kinds of content those viewers or those users can view on the app. The change to how Instagram lets teenagers use the platform comes nearly 3 years after the explosive Facebook papers first drew mass attention to the risks that young users were facing anytime they went on the internet to either use Facebook or Instagram or one platform or the other. So we need to think about this as a country. What are we doing to protect our young users when they have access to the internet and the things they view and consume?
Wonderful.
You're looking for a bank to rely on. Let me give you a shoulder to lie on. Would we say to bank be pray, no lie. Only one place where I get my eye on. Make I introduce you all to First Bank, the best services in the world, first rank. Customer service, everything is well planned. I make music, I travel, I sell land. They be my reserve tank. Cause every time I know my money's safe. Universal banking, it's in me here on the date. I'm a busy person, me no need time to wait. Now I got to Spain, even when I'm in the States. My me blue shirt. They tell me office a chilly, but who cares? Cause I bank with the best. I'm lucky, I'm too blessed. When it comes to First Bank, it's too west. Everything is you first. Woo!
Nobody feed you, I'm like us. First Bank, we treat you first. Treat you first. Somebody see crap, yeah. Think about you first. Think about you first.
You first. First Bank.
Kind of way, tell us how the more money promo now.
Everybody likes money, but what do we like more than money? More money! Join the Telecel More Money promo and win money, more money, and even more money. Simply opt in for free and reload your mobile and broadband and be the lucky winner of the 1 million Ghana cedis grand prize. Also win cash prizes of up to 3 million Ghana cedis in the daily and weekly draws. Opt in for free by dialing *500# or send WIN to 500, or you can opt in on the Telecel Play app. The more you reload, the higher chances of winning in the Telecel More Money promo. Keep loading, win, and be a millionaire.
Telecel. Connecting energies.
Terms and conditions apply. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Get ready for the ultimate battle of business minds at the Citi Business Olympics 2024. Join us for a day of intense competition, team building, and networking as companies go head to head in the various challenges to prove their skills and expertise. From traditional sports like seven-a-side football, basketball, sack race, and volleyball to unique challenges like tug of war and arm wrestling, there's no shortage of excitement and adrenaline pumping action. Don't miss out on this exciting event that will test your business acumen and athletic skills on the field. Date Saturday 28th September 2024. Venue Eden Heights Sports Complex, Wager. Time 8 a.m. Call 0558 973 973 for details on how you can participate and showcase your company's talents at the Citi Business Olympics 2024. 2024. Get ready to compete, collaborate, and conquer. The Citi Business Olympics 2024 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM and proudly sponsored by Piva Beverages, Blue Jeans Energy Drink, Bethel Logistics, experts in shipping logistics, and Lozati Lozenges from Unicom Chemist Limited.
Hey, Bosu, long time.
Yeah. Hey, go and say mu yen yo mu. Before na land in mu biwa.
Oh, Gold Super XP. Tregu Gold Station bebre mu Bosu.
Oh, fantastic. Super XP.
Quality. Super. Gold Super XP. Bosu, ube feel.
I like that.
Gold Super XP. Quality fuel that brings you choice and takes you further. Ideal for most vehicles and fortified with special additives to help your engine perform better and consume less. It's available in many Gold stations nationwide. Gold Super XP. Woo feel ya. Ha. Woo feel. Goil. Good energy. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
From small villages to big cities across Ghana, healthcare businesses have goals. Goals to provide better care with better equipment, to expand and better serve more communities, to build better medical labs, better clinics, and bring better healthcare to more people. Goals to help people get better. EcoBank provides your healthcare business with working capital through the EcoBank Merchant Cash Advance. EcoBank's range of bespoke asset finance solutions make buying medical equipment, expanding pharmacies and labs effortless. It's a better way to a healthier Ghana. Open an EcoBank account for a healthcare business now. Contact EcoBank via 0800-003-225 toll free or businessassist@ecobank.com for more. A better way, a better Africa. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
There's no price like the ShopRite price. That's why we are committed to bringing you lower prices on all the essentials you need. Like 1 liter series juice, all variants, only 49 cedis, 99 pesos each, and 250 gram Daphne pen, spaghetti or elbow pasta for just 4 cedis, 49 pesos each. Never pay more than the ShopRite price. Prices valid until 22nd September 2024. Only at ShopRite.
Hey, my friend, let us walk quickly and get away from this dog. Oh.
Indeed, we should. Amadu's dog can be wild sometimes. You know what? It is safer to walk away from it.
Hey, this dog won't stop barking at us. Oh. It's even getting closer. Who knows if it has rabies or not? That dangerous disease.
Wait, gentlemen. Our dog is in chains and would not come near you. My husband ensures Bingo, our dog, is vaccinated annually to prevent rabies.
Rabies is a disease that can cause severe illness and death among animals and humans. Rabies is spread through the saliva of a dog or a cat that has the rabies virus when that animal bites or scratches someone or another animal. Vaccinate your dogs and cats every year to protect them from rabies and keep them healthy. Remember, no bites, no scratch, no rabies. Vaccinate your dogs and cats every year. For further information, please contact your nearest health facility. This message is brought to you by the Ghana Health Service, Veterinary Services, USAID, and partners.
Hey, we see you specking your car, taking that trip, chilling on the beach. Charlie, now we want to see this become your story. Simply use your ABSA card 10 times or more and you'll be entered into a monthly draw where you stand a chance to be among 5 lucky winners to take home 40,000 Ghana cedis. The more you use your card, the more entries you'll receive. Earn an extra entry by using the ABSA app or internet banking 5 times or more. No ABSA card? Don't worry. Visit the nearest branch for an ABSA account or card today and make winning part of your story. Promotion is between 1st July and 31st October. This promotion is regulated by the National Lottery Authority on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Your story matters. ABSA.
Hey, now nowadays, germs are in the air. Aren't you concerned?
Concerned about what?
About the children, of course. In times like this, they sneeze, cough, and fall ill just like that.
This is why we need to give our children and ourselves a fighting chance with the maximum protection of Dettol soap. Dettol soap not only refreshes you, but it can be used for bathing and washing hands. So keep calm, get Dettol soap.
Dettol protects from up to 100 illness-causing germs.
Dettol is endorsed by the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association.
This advert is FDA approved.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Menya bibi ni besia mamenya niya ameme de makumenyina mama no baby I made dream to mensan mun ko biemo mepeyina ka ami baby I made dream to mensan mechil mun ko biemo mepeyina ka na me yama o odonu go fu pinsase 8
minutes past 8. So yesterday I mentioned the new phone that my boss bought for me. Galaxy Z Flip 6 or a Galaxy Z Fold 6. There are two things you could do. You can trade in your old Galaxy Fold Flip or S series or an iPhone and get up to 14,100 cedis off depending on the condition of the phone you are trading in, right? There's also a buy now, pay later option with 0% interest over 6 months, and you spread the payment over 24 months with Stanbic Bank. Now, terms and conditions apply. So what you can do is call 0550 324 794 or WhatsApp the number 0550 324 794. Just say, Charlie.
Jesus.
Bernard of City said some phone deal. What's that?
That's a Samsung, eh?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
But
the Samsung.
I say when I get money, I will buy a car. Or I go right behind, trot behind a Samsung bag, baby.
So then,
What's going on here?
I'll buy trot.
Right. Samsung bag,
baby. Oh, now add O.
0550 324 794. So WhatsApp that number to talk about the Samsung deal. Now, if you're a final year or high school student or you're a graduate with big dreams of studying abroad, then the IDP Study World Expo is happening, where you will meet reps from over 50 countries in the US, 50 investors rather, in the US, Canada, Australia, and the UK for free. This event is on 12 October, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. FVK Hotel. You may call 059 601 2360 or go to idp.com for more information about the IDP Steady World Tour. Now, if you're a customer of Enterprise, then you are going to be winning some exciting advantage points that you can use to get different things. Now, if you are not yet a customer of Enterprise, this is the time to join us. So make a purchase, renew your policy, go through our self-service portal, and then you would get some points for airtime, Momo, and more. How do you do this? Go to my.enterprisegroup.net.gh or download the Enterprise Advantage app to get started. Enterprise Advantage points, because nothing you do should be pointless. Now let's talk about Lakeside exclusive retirement homes with tailored facilities for your relaxation. 2, 3, 4, and 5 bedrooms houses in a serene environment. Sports complex, pharmacy, shopping mall, children play area, and of course the biggest water park in Ghana close by. As your CIMG Real Estate Company of the Year, we want to journey with you to secure your retirement home in comfort. So call 0501 418 622 or visit lakesideestate.com for more information.
Now, if you are thinking of launching your career or starting your own business or going on advanced studies within 6 months of leaving school, Ashesi, then it's your plan, because wherever you go, from Accra to Nairobi, London to New York, Ashesi graduates are noticed and they are leading successful careers. Visit ashesi.edu.gh to find out more about the Ashesi Advantage. Remember, admissions are ongoing. Your living room deserves class, warmth, and memory for your family and friends. So when people come to visit, give them a good time. That's why Ash Foam has a wide range of sofas and couches to fit every space, so people can feel comfortable there. Call them on 0559 027 907 or go to their showrooms in all the big malls. They have a lot of the showrooms around. Go there, speak to them, buy, and you'll be amazed. Be an Ash Foamer now. Ash Foam, feel it, know it. The NPA, or the National Petroleum Authority, is telling everybody that you need to use more gas, less firewood, less charcoal. They are harmful to your lungs and your chest and all of that. And to make it easy for you, there's the new cylinder recirculation model put out by the NPA. Take your old cylinder or empty cylinder, go to an exchange point and trade it in for a filled one. No more hassle, no more wahala. Make that smart switch from firewood to gas for a healthier, happier life. This message is coming from the NPA and the Ministry of Energy.
All right, now people have been asking how they can support the Galamsey illegal mining fight. When we showed highlights of the Jama story, that Enim did, I got a lot of people say they want to support the chief. They want to know what to do. So we'll probably discuss how people can support. We probably would, because you see, it takes concerted effort. So maybe I'm going to ask him to tell us, should they come and wear some T-shirts? Should they come and contribute? I don't know. We'll discuss that. Because don't forget, everybody is saying by end of September, government should do something. We still have 2 weeks to go, and we are keeping the pressure up. So we are hoping that the government will not wait till September ending for people to strike and demonstrate, that they would just do the moratorium, the state of emergency, put a stop to all the craziness, and then let's start from the again. That's what we are hoping to hear the government do. So I'm going to ask him some questions about that. But I want you to just give me 2 quick announcements before I do this.
Yes, Bernard. Bell Pack Paper Tissue is giving you the tissues you need, from the toilet rolls to kitchen towels to pocket and facial tissues. Bell Pack is the one you need. If you want bulk purchase, call them on 05511444400. Bell Pack Tissues, another quality product from Bell Aqua. And Zenith Bank Ghana is celebrating 19 years of financial innovation. Together with its board, management and staff, they are thanking all Ghanaians for the profound support they've given them over the years. And to express their gratitude, they are organizing a Zenith Health Walk on Saturday, September 21, 2024, 6 a.m. sharp at the Zenith Heights, the Zenith Bank head office at Ridge. If you come, we are having a day of fun, fitness, and celebration. So see you there. Zenith Bank is in your best interest. I really
hope that Zenith Bank is taking that walk because they are preparing to be at the Business Olympics. I really hope so, because you see, they have done 19 years and we were there from the beginning. I want to urge Zenith Bank to come and show the effect of their health work on the 28th of September. It's just 9 days after, or 11 days after the walk, or whatever, because we have a massive trophy ahead for the winning company and many trophies. And I think Zenith Bank has enough quality
after 19 years
and fit people. So I'm calling on the chief executive of Zenith Bank this morning. You know, maybe sometimes you should go to the walk and go and convince him to join us at the Olympics.
No, I haven't, to be honest, I haven't been to the Zenith walk in a while, but it's something I used to do many years ago. And they've been very consistent with it, you know. And they used to attend Business Olympics, but they haven't been in a while.
They've expanded a lot.
Most of the banks, but the Business Olympics is here with us again. I think in 2 weeks or so.
And for me, you see, the other thing about the Olympics is the opportunity it gives for you to work as a team in a different space, because you know, in some jobs you don't get to see your CEO every day, but if you are doing 5-a-side and you are the defender and your CEO is the right wing, I say, hey, sorry, you're my CEO. That's the only time. That's the only time you can do, you know. So Charlie, is very important. It's very egalitarian. So I'm urging the companies listed here to make sure they register. Now we have just about 10 days to go, And I'll tell you more about that shortly. But let's talk a bit about these two things.
There's a new order of retirement, and Old Mutual is bringing you that you can invest a lump sum into your Old Mutual retirement salary plan today, and you start receiving monthly income to enjoy the perfect retirement. The best part is that you get to enjoy salary increase 16% in 2023-2024. Call Old Mutual 050-453-4333 or visit www.oldmutual.com.gh. Simply dial *789*01# to request a call. Obrapa Ahuntonkwa. Old Mutual, do great things every day.
Don't forget our WhatsApp number is 054-998-6996. First discussion this morning. We need a properly functioning local governance system. We'll be interrogating manifestos. Although, you know, some men killed my fire when he said there's a big difference between what they write in the manifesto and how they govern. Be that as it may, I still think it's a good starting point for the discussion, and then we'll come that. But let's talk about Lucozade. There's a new bottle. It's sleeker,
very important,
but the same
slimmer,
great taste, right?
Yes, same great taste, energy giving, great tasting Lucozade. So today, remember to grab a sleek can of Lucozade and power restore your energies. An advert that is FDA approved.
And if you're an SME, MTN has an absolute game changer for you. Now think about a 4G plus router with 10 gig of free data. Microsoft Office, the genuine one, not the one that every 2 weeks will say, please, you know,
the cracked one.
You know, the
cracked one.
It's better to get the right thing. You know, when I started using computers, I didn't want to pay for these things, so I'll just go and get one. Every 2 weeks it will stay.
I can show you.
So get a Microsoft 365 router. You know, and then the other thing MTN has for you is something they call a customized business website for your business called WebWiz.
Okay.
All right. So you don't have to go and build a website from scratch if you're a small business. They'll customize it for you. And then there's a service where they unify business communication in a virtual caller center, IVR, and conferencing needs as well. So they're really thinking about how to help your business grow. Call them on 100 or 0244-308-111. Now I'm going to read 3 or 4 comments on the local governance. Then I'm going to find out the next phase of the Stop Galamsey Now campaign.
Wonderful.
Then I'll tell you a few other things. So a lot of people seem to agree with us on the issues we're raising about this local governance. So, for example, good morning, Bernard and team. The decentralization conversation is bang on. I agree with all your ideas, but the root of the problem with our decentralization comes back to our constitution. We need to radically look at that. So that's from a development practitioner. Well, this guy is suggesting I should suggest that you should become a mayor, and I disagree with him because I don't think that's what you are supposed to be doing.
Who, Nathan?
No, this guy is DJ Nature. He says you should become a mayor.
Me?
Yes, Samens.
Oh, he should get serious, man.
While I agree with, he's in Italy.
Okay.
While I agree with you partially on the re-engineering of the decentralization system, the main problem is the quality of the people appointed. I think even the government doesn't trust their own MCs because they know they are not competent enough, yet they appoint them because of their party faithfuls.
Well, some of them are very qualified.
There are a lot of professionals in the assemblies, but they are not allowed to work professionally.
Oh, you are?
Myself, I had to run away from the assembly because they devour me. It says local governance is the basis of development, but we have allowed it to be hijacked by greed. Samens is telling the truth and is on point on this issue. This message, let's read a few more on the local government issue.
Question Pram says the majority of companies on the Spintex road are just involved in basic retailing of foreign imported items. There isn't much going on there in terms of manufacturing and production.
But they have a lot of money. The point I was making was that the presence of those companies and their turnover suggests that if local governance were working, you don't really need too much central governance input to fix that road in front of them.
Of course, because a lot of these companies do have money.
Yeah.
Abdul Kader Amadou says, talking about compromises, the toll should be operational by now, but politicians are working with cartels to import refined fuel. Just look at the Dangote situation.
Sometimes one day we have to talk about Dangote. How in Nigeria all the forces are resisting the function of the Dangote refinery. I mean, you know me, you follow Nigerian politics a lot.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Okay, fine. I don't know Nigerian politics too much. A Nigerian has set up a refinery at billions. Every week, there's some issue about why he do not sell his own petrol, why they won't buy. I'm like, Africa, are we serious? Charlie, the problem, it requires deliverance though. Anyway, let's read more comments.
All right, this one says, do you know the governance is thinking, or the government is thinking of creating new districts a few days to elections? Looks like South 2.0 is loading. The solution is simple. Let the people elect their leaders at the district level. I'm well educated and a business leader, but I don't know who my DCE is. I didn't elect him or her because I didn't appoint him or her. They are only accountable to the president. Elect the MMDCs. Make it open for parties and independent candidates to contest.
Let me just say a couple of things about that. You see, sometimes when you listen to the way our politicians campaign, it also reveals the flaws in voting. Okay, because one of the things they promise to do, because of votes. So see, this is my thing. There's no one solution to any problem.
Yeah,
I'm not necessarily against voting. What I'm saying is that the challenge of decentralization is not just an accountability problem, because you see,
it's a structural
sometimes to win votes. Have you heard MPs campaign?
Yeah,
they say all kinds of things to win.
Yeah, it's true. Last week they had a few
are not feasible. So you see,
Australia.
You see, I think it's very rich and lazy for us to say all we need to do is to vote.
Not necessarily.
There's even to get things to work in this studio, you don't need to do just one thing. It's a very lazy approach to say, "Oh, let's vote for this." It don't solve anything.
It's a mix of things.
I'm not against it,
but you mean
if you are going to
one of the things?
If you even want to use voting, when you vote, what else? Where are the accountability structures? Do you understand? Where is the tracking? You see, the thing is that development requires thinking, and we think that we can just do one thing to change. Oh, let's change the constitution. Let's vote for DCs. You don't need to. You can do that, but it will not change anything if you don't. You see, this I learned something this week. When you bring a lot of good ideas to the table, the good ideas, when they meet, can become a great idea. So it takes two things to produce a great idea. Many good ideas. Samuel talks, Nathan talks, Sky talks, Bernard talks, Godfrey talks. We discuss it, and the best idea comes to the fore. So he can say, "I want to build a school. What do you guys think?" Nathan will say, "Build it in Kumasi." Caleb will say, "Make it a basic school." Bernard will say, "Make it non-fee paying." By the time we take the idea back to him, it's a great idea. So you require different ideas to produce a great idea. Number two, you require sustained thinking. And it's one of the things we don't like to do in public discourse. Yeah. We like to do quick fix solutions. AstroTurf as an example. You see, sustained thinking says, if I want to develop a country, and I've digressed, give me 2 minutes, you need to have a proper plan for football development.
Yep.
Somebody says, yeah, football development is good. MPs want AstroTurf to win votes. There's a good Chinese company producing AstroTurf carpets. Let's merge it and do AstroTurf and let's make money. That's shallow level one thinking. Level two thinking will say, no, if you want football development, you need to give them something more organic. You may not make as much money immediately. Do you get it? So the AstroTurf economy is a manifestation of a certain shallowness in thinking, which we apply to everything. Let's do this, it will solve the problem. It will just paper over the cracks. And you will be exposed, because CAF will now say you don't have a proper stadium. So I beg listeners, let's desist from this one idea. Let's do this. Let's do this. You don't do any one thing. No. You do many things. So let's be more nuanced in our thinking about decentralization. It's not just a voting issue. Because some of the people campaigning for you to vote for, wasn't it your parliament that passed the LI 2462 that allows money in forest reserves? Were the MPs appointed by the president? Were they not voted for? Was that a sensible decision they took? You see, so let's realize that the challenges we face, the kind of thinking that brought the challenge will not be the same kind that will solve it. Right? And we are in the public sphere to allow more rigorous thinking about issues. Yep. Let's not be simplistic. Nathan, go on.
Okay, a few more messages that have come in on 0549986996. This one says, I appreciate your deep understanding of various sectors. The truth is, political parties can offer solid plans for local government, but the real issue lies in the lack of willingness to let these structures function effectively. Steve in Moscow.
How is the temperature in Moscow? I want to know.
Steve, let us know.
It's good to know, Charlie.
So, Bernard, you received a message on the Constitution, and the Constitution Review Commission actually came up from the consultations that was done. A lot of people were calling for the election of the MMDCs. Though, as you mentioned,
I agree.
It's not the one.
It's not the only solution.
Yes.
I'm not against
now,
it. Now,
I'm looking at the manifestos of both parties, the NDC and the NPP.
Thank you.
And you see that the NPP is saying that they are going to allow for the election of MMDCs on partisan basis.
Okay.
And if you go to the NDC is saying they are going to allow for election of DCs on non-partisan basis.
But they both agree on the voting.
But they both agree on the voting.
Okay,
so just to bring some
it's a good
so that's one leg.
Angle.
But we've also established the competence of the people that will be either chosen or elected or appointed.
Do the two give you... So if MPP is saying on party basis, means the parties will be in charge of who they nominate.
Yes.
If the NDC says non-partisan, it means the current status quo for the assembly
more likely to support underground. You see, so point 4 says strengthen local level participation and political accountability through the election of MMDCs on a non-partisan basis by amending Articles 243 and 246 Clause 2 of the 1992 Constitution. Now, if you come to the NPP, they are saying that they will... Okay, so election of MMDCs, yes. The current process of appointing MMDCs by incumbent government instead of direct and popular elections by citizens undermines the principles of democratic local governance and leads to less accountability and depressed local economic development.
That's true.
In 2017, the NPP administration started a process to amend Articles 55 Clause 3, 243 and 244 of the 1992 Constitution to allow political parties to sponsor candidates to district assemblies or lower local government unit elections and to enable citizens who are already involved in the election of the assemblies and unit committee members to also directly elect their MMDCs. However, the process was stalled in December. The next NPP administration under a Baumia presidency, believing in deepening local democracy in Ghana to complement the progress made at our national level, will revisit the process by renewing consultation and finalizing required consensus.
So let's find time to debate this properly. I don't want to get into the details of the manifesto yet because of time. So what I want to do is to just get a sense of where this Galamsey fight is headed. And I need to know that. I need to give listeners that, because people keep asking me, what can we do? What's the next stage? Because we've done so much already. But let me remind you, if you want this new Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 or Flip 6, simply WhatsApp 0550-324794. Now, this is either a trade-in option of an old phone with some coins, and there's also the buy now, pay later option. So call 0550-324-794. 0550-324-794. Now, if you want a British degree at a fraction of the cost right here in Ghana, Lancaster University Ghana is offering this with up to 50% scholarship. Call 020-960-7008 or go to lancaster.edu.gh for more information. Now, so what's the status of this Galamsey? Monday, we had a 6-hour non-stop airtime on television on Galamsey. Prior to that, we done different things on radio. Then, of course, we had also mobilized the previous week's statements, and we got over 30-something statements. Where are we? And how much more are we willing to go as a media to make sure, and what are we demanding, if you can just remind us?
We are, at this moment, re-echoing all the calls that have been made by all these organizations, professional bodies and associations, religious bodies. And they keep coming, and ours is to re-echo and to monitor government response. That's one. So another thing is to keep our lenses on the footprint of the Galamsey, to unearth how our environment is being destroyed, if you like. Also to see government action. Yesterday they were in Savannah region, arrested some people who were digging some of the forest reserves. And I think they've been processed for court already this morning. And we want to see more of such actions. And I'm not saying that's the only thing they have to do. Beyond that, we actually expect to see a more radical expression of one position, the position of the political parties on this Galamsey thing. Now, there are only two expected outcomes that we are looking at in this election. Either MPP wins or NDC wins. I don't see any other thing happening.
Tim Alan says,
and it will be unfair to us if we don't hear from both of the parties exactly which approach. We've heard them, talking in peace, piecemeal about what they want to do, But here we are being drowned by this Galamsey as we speak now. So we want to know what we want to do to salvage the situation. And so we will keep talking, we'll keep pushing the messages from civil society organizations, from all the bodies. We'll also keep working with other media partners to make sure that the issue of Galamsey is not placed at the back.
But you notice that almost all the statements were unanimous in 4 things. They said, number 1, a state of emergency. Number 2, a moratorium on mining, or different kinds of moratorium. Number 3, they wanted the LI 2464, which allows mining in forest reserves to be repealed. And then they wanted a plan. Can you say that those are the top 4 demands?
Definitely.
And they said they wanted this by end of September.
Oh, yeah. Or signs of it. I mean, we are told that there was a meeting yesterday. We don't have the full details of the meeting, but we want to see signs of these things. I mean, when we say we want a ban, that's it's not to say that ban it and never to resurrect it. A moratorium. Let's put a temporary halt on proceedings and come up with an intervention that will, if you like, steer a proper course of how we mine. At times I hear people saying that no, there shouldn't be mining in our water bodies, and I'm saying that it's not about mining in our water bodies. That's not just it. Some of the mining companies, they don't mine in the water bodies, but they wash into the water bodies. So how about that? So anything that amounts to irresponsible mining that destroys our environment, we should go after such. And so we are putting all these things together, and as I said, we will keep it on the front burner. It's not going to go away. Nothing is going to take away this focus on this anti-Galamsey drive.
I also noticed that there have been a number of stories which have tried to show different angles. So, for example, the Swum story was on how some people say they didn't want Galamsey.
Yeah.
We've also shown the story from Western Rijema. Why are we bringing those angles? Is it to also say that whilst government is supposed to do some things, communities must also get involved in the fight?
Well, I think it's important because, you see, at times, depending on where you sit and where you sit geographically, you may see only one side of the story.
Okay.
That the entire youth populace in these Galamsey regions are for Galamsey. It's important for us to bring out the other side of the stories, because indeed Jema and Assume are not the only two. There are several other communities, even in the same Kwabi Brim area, in the same Denchembo area. Okay, if you go to the Wase Kropon area and all these places, there are communities that are not for. You understand? But they don't have the resources to fight it.
To mobilize to
fight it.
Akrokeri in the Ashanti region is one. The locals there have been very vocal.
Akrokeri is Obuasi. So you are just seeing. You see, once they heard that Assume is doing the revolt,
they also
pick inspiration. Now people are getting inspired that, we can also stand against it or call for a more responsible approach to mining, such that we members of the community will benefit, not at the expense of environmental degradation, which we are seeing.
How do you see the role of chiefs? Again, based on the experience we had in the places we visited, it seems like when you read the statements, again, government has a responsibility, but it seems to me as if chiefs are more important than we are actually saying. That's the impression I get.
You just hit the point that no matter what model we use, in fighting Galamsey, we cannot achieve anything without involving the chiefs. I'm not talking about consulting. Without involving the chiefs
as part of the
solution, and guardians of the local space that they superintend. You understand? Because government sits in Kumasi, Kofodia, Accra, Tamale, and then you go into the village, throw out an instruction, and go back to your regional office. While you are away, what happens? The police has been disabled. Or compromised.
The local government.
Compromised, disabled. Because everybody is looking at their shoulders. They don't know who is being instructed from Accra. You understand? So if we cannot empower the chiefs and follow through whatever legislation or decisions or regulations and give them the power to be co-owners of the process of restoring our environment, then it will be an exercise in futility.
So the chief must play a central role.
Very much so.
In this.
Very much so.
Now, what I think we should do, in addition to what you've said, is to show more of what is happening that the world is not seeing. The Gemas of this world, the Akokaris of this world, the Esums of this world, because the narrative has been that you sit in Accra and say we should stop Galamsey, but when you go to your community, everybody supports Galamsey. And I think that narrative is not true, because whilst they know that mining is happening, if you do the work of going to speak to different groups, like Enim has done, like Ni Amati Kanaku has done, like we did last week, you realize that actually a lot of
there are more people.
There are different views about it.
Who are anti-Galamsey.
So it's not as simple and straightforward. But we still think that the central government has the ultimate responsibility, because you see, on one hand we say constitution, the president has too much power, yet they cannot use that power to solve a basic problem. You see the irony here. On one hand, the president's appointment power is over 6,000 people. We just said today that local governance is not working because central governance is too overbearing. Yet central, so it is. I think it is fair for the pressure to be put on central government, because we have identified here that they have disempowered local government. All right. So if central government has all the power and all the resources, they should be taking responsibility for mobilizing to solve Galamsey, because it's like a fight for the presidency. 261 MCEs all report to the president. So even though the president doesn't directly appoint them, the role of the assembly in rejecting, the truth is that the overbearing power of central government is what determines how they function. So the president has to lead on this matter. Okay, and we are saying silence is not an option. And a lot of the things, I'm not saying don't go for meetings, but I see when 60 groups or so CSIR in June 2023 issued a 14-page document and outlined everything and gave you, they even recognized the legal challenge you will face if you just do an outright complete ban, and gave you approaches to do it. I don't even know if it was acknowledged. This was 2023. Then they sent a petition to the speaker. This was December 2023. They sent a petition to the speaker.
So this is the
July
Ghana
this
Academy
year,
of Arts and Sciences.
On the same issue. So I'm saying that there's a body of work available, and there's already suggestions on what to do.
So let's run with it.
So I don't understand why the government will come and say we want to have a meeting with you, when all these groups have come together to say, having considered everything, we want you to place a moratorium. You don't want to do it.
Government, stop the meetings.
It's not going to do
and go and carry the document from Ghana Academy of Arts and Sciences. If you are looking at the Galamsey problem and thinking that it's just a water pollution problem, you just got it wrong. It's a major health disaster that is looming. It's an education problem. It's a security problem. It's agriculture problem. It's a sanitation problem. It's employment problem. You don't look. You can look. It's 360 degrees. It's problem.
Let me just read the intro. 16 pages, just 2 minutes. Statement on illegal mining. Ghana Academy of Arts and Sciences. Ghana is on the brink of an environmental, health, and social disaster as a result of illegal mining. We are rapidly approaching the precipice despite efforts by successive governments to address this menace. The latest fight against Galamsey has failed in spite of the long institutional framework that was put in place. Then it goes on to say, civil society has made countless demands on successive governments, ranging from simply enforcing the law to possibly confiscating lands on which the activity occurs. Some traditional authorities have taken it upon themselves to prevent surface mining activities within their jurisdictions, challenging on invalidating licenses and permits issued by government. Against this backdrop, the Ghana Academy of Arts and Sciences can no longer sit in silence. The Academy is therefore appealing as a matter of urgency to the executive, parliament, the judiciary, and non-state actors such as National House of Chiefs, the Trade Union Congress, civil society, professional associations, media, faith-based organizations, and students to take collective action to stop the existential threat posed by illegal mining. I thank God that you see the collective wisdom of Ghanaians is now being brought to bear. And I really want to urge the government to do the noble thing. Take decisive action by announcing a moratorium. Bring, and GAS has listed the various groups. I'll just repeat them. The executive, parliament, judiciary, House of Chiefs, TUC, civil society, professional associations, media, faith-based, and students. 10 blocks. If you put these 10 blocks together, this is Ghana. 10 blocks. Bring them together, but you see, show good faith that you've listened to them by announcing the ban. If you don't announce the ban, you are just trying to window dress. All right. TUC, the medical profession are saying if in end of September they don't hear any serious thing, they will strike. We don't want that to get to that point. Honestly. So I want to urge the government to listen to the collective wisdom of Ghanaians and do the right thing.
Galamsey, we are killing Galamsey. Let's stop Galamsey now. Galamsey, we are killing Galamsey. This rap is too priceless. Rap, a problem in Ghana abounds. The deviants are gaining grounds, polluting our waters with mercury and rivers. The colors are changing to brown. Yefa brim, they turn off for status. The quality no longer matters. You see, the future with judges, our children might catch us all because of.
So we are doing a lot of things at the same time. While we talk about Galamsey, government, we also have a big one.
Miners work all day.
On the last Saturday of September.
Yeah, man. Saying the laws are not working.
So that's 28th September.
28th Saturday.
Today is the 18th of September. So we have exactly 10 days to the Citi Business Olympics. It's gotten bigger over the years, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's gotten bigger over the years. It started... where did we do the first one?
Elwak.
And then we did Central CAF.
Yeah. No, we started at Elwak and went to Central Cafeteria.
Athletics Oval.
Yeah.
And what was the initial idea?
Well, it's still the same. No, it hasn't changed. Bringing companies together to move them from the offices, interact with other companies in a fun atmosphere.
Yeah. It's probably the biggest meeting of corporate entities of that.
Well, yeah.
On average, how many companies usually come?
60.
I noticed a shift from, not shift, but more like an inclusion, because it used to be very hardcore. Football, basketball, it's more softer games have come in.
Well, we've always had the softer games, but there's that the media likes to highlight football as if it's a football competition. Cross-town competitors also decided to do some, and then they did football and made the football like some. But the point is that it's just fun games across board. Games.
So there was. When you started, there was of course tag of war.
We still have tag of war.
Do we still have lime and spoon?
We have lime and spoon.
Do we have sack race?
We have sack race.
Do we have the 5-a-side?
We have seven aside now. Yeah.
Do you do basketball?
We have basketball. We have volleyball. We have basketball. We have lawn tennis now.
We have
and we even have swimming now.
We still have swimming.
Yes.
Do we have?
We have arm wrestling.
There's arm wrestling.
Yeah.
Do we have the CEO's challenge?
We have the CEO's challenge.
Okay, some people say you should do bow and arrow.
What
about the indoor games?
We do have all the indoor games.
So indoor, so in the larger sense, basketball. If you like, it's indoor.
Okay, so outdoor games.
Okay.
Scrabble,
chess.
And what else?
You have.
Do you have Ludo?
Yes, there's Ludo, but those ones the Ludo is not competitive.
No,
but Scrabble and chess.
We have Ludo and we have Oware.
Why do you say 6 Ludo?
Yeah, because you want the 6 to appear.
6 Ludo.
Yeah, 6 Ludo.
Yeah. Super Ludo.
Yeah. So we do Ludo and all those.
So what are the companies supposed to do?
The companies are supposed to call and register to be part of this call.
So register take part in all, or they can choose which.
You can choose which ones you want to take part in.
What kind of companies are
these? Are small companies, mid-sized companies, large companies. The large companies normally take part in all the disciplines. Small companies pick and choose the area that they are. Some of them, the Pechepe companies, they come and do Scrabble
and chess.
And then when they are clapping, they clap scientifically.
How many disciplines are we looking at?
Oh, there's loads of them. Yeah, a lot.
So they must register to take part.
Yes, you have to register and pay. Some of them have registered but have not paid. Call 0558 973 973.
There's always a 973 somewhere.
Oh yes. That's our call.
0558 973 973. To register to be, is there a deadline to do this?
Once we get the numbers, we will inform people. But for now, we still have at least this week to go. And the event itself is 28th. So if you call the number now, you can go through the process. This year's Business Olympics is sponsored by Peeby Beverages, Blue Jeans Energy Drink, Bethel Logistics. And so if you want to participate, please call the number and get your staff ready. Last week, I went for a meeting at GCB Bank.
The defending champions.
I'm telling you, and I was shocked that Charlie, they say the team was training at their facility in Nungwa.
Hey!
They were training.
Wow.
So people, just get yourselves ready and call and be part of this year's Business Olympics.
All right, and this on the 28th of September. Where is it happening?
It's happening at Wager, Eden Heights Sports Complex.
What is up for grabs? Trophies?
Trophies, yes.
Okay. What typically happens there? Is there food fair, bazaar? Can people enjoy, or is it just sports?
Sports, it's music and fun. We don't provide food because most of the companies come with their own food.
But there are people selling food around.
Yes. People sell kebabs, stuff like that.
The facility Eden Heights, how is it like?
Major. They have everything. The estates, the properties are on one side, and then the sports complex is on another side. So
but you yourself, we want to know whether you do anything. I think you should kick the first football for the TO challenge for like Obagbele game.
I don't want to confuse people, but I'll be involved. I'll be involved in any and everything that is presented to me. I'll be there. We are there.
I want you to kick the first ball.
No, we can kick. We just can't compete. We can't compete. Because if I compete and I lose, my ball, I will take my ball away.
All right, so as you heard, the Citi Business Olympics is, I've lost count, probably the 17th edition, I don't know, it's so long.
From 2005.
Yeah, so that's almost 19th edition. And it's bigger, it's better, it's exciting. Now, the event is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from Citi FM, sponsored by Peeby Beverages, Blue Jeans Energy Drink, Bethel Logistics, who are experts in shipping and logistics, and Lozati Lozenges. From Unicom Chemist. Now, your company must register properly and also pay to take part, because there's obviously something we're organizing at Eden Heights, 8 a.m. Saturday, 28 September. And so all kinds of things happening there. Make sure you are not left out. came through. Somehow I missed it. It's from the Ghana Science Association. Caleb, if you have it, if you can just go to the quick highlight. Ghana Science Association.
Yeah. They say the Ghana Science Association has deliberated on the current national discussions on the spate of illegal mining in Ghana and its drastic consequence on 1, the environment, 2, human health, 3, socioeconomic health, and 4, societal safety, peace and security, intra and international, and 5, international trade and global conventions, treaties, and hereby makes the following observations. 1. The minerals and mining industry in Ghana has been the second largest contributor to the industrial sector of the country since independence. 2. The minerals and mining sector is the largest contributor to government revenues through the payment of mineral royalties, employee income taxes, corporate taxes, and employment generation. 3. While all these benefits of the mining sector can be optimized when properly regulated, unregulated mining, in other words, illegal mining, popularly known as Galamsey, is associated with alarming negative environmental impacts such as A. Deforestation and forest degradation, B. Land degradation, and above all, C. Water and air pollution with toxic chemicals. This alone has marred the fidelity of the entire industry. 4. Various members of our association have published the alarming health-related issues contingent upon illegal mining, including pregnancy complications, spinal and renal complications, respiratory and audiovisual complications for many innocent Ghanaians, both near and farther away from sites, through soil and water contaminations with heavy hazardous chemicals such as cyanide, mercury, and arsenic. 5. Illegal mining has displaced many cash crops and food crops, including cocoa farms, food crop farms, fishing, demolishing deities and various sacred sites, generating death and endangered human health, facilitating the spread of viral and communicable diseases, including mosquito breeding for malaria, typhoid, ruining the basic livelihood and spiritual belief systems of many Ghanaians, changing the lifestyle of many, breaking up marriages due to economic hardships introduced through the displacement of livelihood activities. 6. Galamsey poses security threats, safety concerns to innocent people living near and far, a fight against which threatens national security, which also poses tensions between us and our neighbors in Ivory Coast and Burkina Faso, based on the pollution of transboundary water bodies. Galamsey has tarnished and affected the business of our members who are involved in a trade of gold and other minerals, presenting the Chamber of Bullion Traders Ghana with the mounting of challenges to trade in European markets due to EU Commission's policies and laws on responsible raw materials sourcing and supply. 8. Ghana is a signatory to international treaties, including Minamta Convention on reduction or, where possible, elimination of the use of mercury by the small-scale mining sector. Another is the UN Agenda 2030 Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, particularly SDG 1, that is, end poverty in all its forms everywhere. 2, end hunger, achieve food security, and improve nutrition. It goes on and on. So we therefore make the following recommendations. 1. As a matter of national emergency, declare all identified illegal mining sites as security zones and restrict movements across board.
That's another way of saying declare state of emergency.
Yeah. 2.
All identified what?
Yes.
Identified
illegal mining sites as security threat zones and restrict movements across the board. 2. Based on the above, invoke the relevant legal instruments to suspend all small-scale mining licenses and small-scale mining operations currently underway at various sites. 3. On the basis of recommendation 1 above, suspend all mineral exploration licenses and exploratory activities, both large and small, including junior companies currently underway across the length and breadth of the country. 4. Immediately compose an independent auditing team to conduct a transparent audit of all sites of licensed exploration and small-scale mining activities across the country. This should include representatives of the media, CSOs, think tanks, professional bodies, academia, Ghana Chamber of Mines, Ghana National Association of Small-Scale Miners, Ghana Bar Association, and a number of others. The audit report should be run through all media houses for a national dialogue on the way forward. 6. Government and Parliament would have to implement the recommendations of the audit report within 48 hours of the conclusions emanating from the national dialogue. 7. Establish and sustain a national anti-Galamsey monitoring task force composed of the representatives of the members of the above mentioned. 8. The task force, when instituted, shall discharge its responsibilities through both in situ on-site observations and measurements and the application of various technologies including earth observation and remote sensing. 9. The task force, when instituted, shall present monthly reports to all Ghanaians through various media channels including television, radio, Facebook, daily newspapers, etc. 10. More scientific studies on the environment, soil, water, air, plants, animals, and humans should be conducted to ascertain the true extent of the havoc for appropriate recommendation. 11. A joint environmental assessment report on identified illegal mining communities should be presented to all Ghanaians by the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources and Ministry of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation. They have 12 points signed by Professor Gideon Helegbe, Honorary National President, Ghana Science Association.
They held a nationwide demonstration asking the EC to allow for a forensic audit of the voter register, and they also wanted more transparency from the Electoral Commission. Let me bring you some quick highlights from that demonstration, and then I'll bring you the two statements issued. NDC issued a statement which they give to the EC. EC has issued a response as well. Here are highlights of the demonstration.
The biggest opposition party, the National Democratic Congress, today, the 17th of September 2024, is embarking on a massive protest across the entire country. They are doing the same across all 16 regions of Ghana. But here in Accra, mammoth numbers, huge numbers, thousands of protesters, party supporters are on the street, starting from the Obra spot at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle, marching all the way to the headquarters of the Electoral Commission. Basically, among their demands is that they want the Electoral Commission to invite them, their technical persons, their IT persons, as well as the IT persons of other political parties for a forensic audit into the database of the EC. Alongside, the national chairman of the party, Johnson Asiedu Nketia, also gave a clear message to the crowd to ensure that they conduct themselves in a very civil manner to register their displeasure and also to do so within the confines of the law.
We are not asking for a favor from Electoral Commission or Nana Akufo-Addo or Bawumia. We are demanding our right to free and fair elections. So we are warning them. Today is only the beginning. If they think that after the demonstration, everybody will go to sleep, if they don't accede to the request, they are joking.
As usual of most demonstrations I have covered, it is common to see the protesters lie in the middle of the road, preventing the crowd from going further, or they try as much as possible to lower the speed at which they are going. Now, the police were coming with a certain level of force, but here we are. We see a crowd here at Adabraka, the very junction leading to Citi FM.
The message the crowd is sending is that the forensic audit must take place. Why the forensic audit? The Electoral Commission headquarters is a crime scene. It's a crime scene because this is the headquarters that allowed biometric voter registration kits to be stolen under CCTV surveillance with military and police protection. It's a crime scene because this is the Electoral Commission headquarters that has permitted illegal transfers.
That is Omani Boama, the one leading the charge for the elections activities at the NDC headquarters, or currently the man in charge of IT and electioneering activities. And so far, he's been outlining the main reason why they are embarking on this protest and calling on the EC to heed to their call. They are saying that it is not too late, taking into account barely 3 months to election. The EC can still make amends. I mean, how is it going so far?
So far, so good. As we told you, we said today was going to be historic, and indeed it is historic, even for the Greater Accra region. The numbers we've seen here is just unprecedented, and it is so in all the other 15 regional capitals, because Ghanaians are tired. We have had enough of the manipulations of the Jim Mensah, Bosman Asare-led Electoral Commission. All we are asking for is a credible voters register.
Protesters marched through the principal streets of Accra, made their way to the Parliament of Ghana to present a petition to the leadership of Parliament.
I standing here is on record of having taken EC to the Supreme Court to stop a whole these assembly elections for some irregularities and illegalities, and I made my case at the Supreme Court. That's a matter of record. And I believe that if there are genuine concerns, we can all raise it and discuss them on the table by following lawful means.
After hours of walking through the principal streets of Accra, the National Democratic Congress leadership, together with the party members, presented a petition to the leadership of the Electoral Commission. They insist that when nothing is done about their concerns, they should expect them to come to their offices in the following days or weeks.
So that's 30 minutes past the hour, the voice of Fred Duho with that particular one. Now, the NDC has issued, they sent a 6-page statement to the EC. And I'm just going to read the highlights. Petition from the good and peace-loving people of Ghana to the Electoral Commission for an urgent forensic audit of the 2024 voters register and its information technology IT system. Let me read the preamble. We, representing the NDC, the main opposition party in Ghana, hereby present this petition to your office regarding alarming irregularities, discrepancies, and unauthorized manipulations discovered in the 2024 provisional voters register. These irregularities pose a significant and immediate threat to the credibility of the election. We demand the Commission take swift action to preserve the integrity of Ghana's democratic process and ensure the peace and security of the nation. Now, he says the irregularities in the PVR, Provisional Voters Register, are not minor oversight nor clerical errors. They indicate a deliberate manipulation of the voter database. These raise serious concerns regarding the potential for election fraud. Failure to address these significant issues promptly will put Ghana's democratic reputation and national stability at risk. Now, the way they've divided this is they have the statement of the problem, 1.0. Then they have key issues identified so far by the NDC to warrant forensic audit. That's 1.1. There are 8 points. Then they have grounds of the petition. That's 2.0. Then there's the those are 7 grounds. Then there's demands, and the demands are 0.3.0. There are 7 demands and conclusion. So it's nicely arranged. Let me just highlight a few. Statement of the problem, I'll read it in full, then I'll summarize the key issues. In preparation for the elections 2024 general, many Ghanaians are concerned about the accuracy and integrity of the electoral process, particularly the provisional voters register. The EC, responsible for managing the voter register, has carried out activities such as voter registration, transfer, and voter exhibitor exercise. However, the The National Democratic Congress has found troubling discrepancies in the PVR, including unauthorized voter transfers, missing and deleted voter data, untraceable transfer paths, and corrupt files with missing names and photographs of registered voters. Now, while the EC has acknowledged some of these issues, it has not taken sufficient steps involving relevant stakeholders, such as carrying out forensic audit. Moreover, the undue delay in providing the PVR to the NDC prior to the voter exhibition exercise for security has raised additional concerns about the integrity of the electoral process. Additionally, the theft of biometric voter registration equipment under CCTV camera surveillance at the headquarters of the Commission is hanging. The NDC believes that these unresolved issues could undermine the fairness and credibility of the upcoming elections. The party has consistently called for a forensic audit to ensure transparency and restore public trust, but the EC has not responded favorably. Given the high stakes, an immediate and participatory forensic audit is essential to ensure that the elections proceed on a foundation of fairness and credibility. Now, key issues identified are 8. I'll just read them for want of time. Bullet point 1, unauthorized voter transfers. 2, unidentifiable voter transfer paths. 3, deletion of registered voters. 4, misplaced voter transfers. 5, corrupted data files. 6, EC's delayed transparency. 7, admission by EC of manipulation. And 8, impact on the 2024 general election. Then they have the grounds. There are 7 grounds of petition. With number 1, failure to provide provisional voters register in time for scrutiny. That's the first ground. 2, discrepancies in the voter transfers. 3, unidentifiable and missing voter data. 4, corrupt and incomplete voter data. 5, premature nomination process based on provisional register. 6, electoral commission's admission of irregularities. And 7, EC's rejection of transparency measures. Again, for each of the 7, they then put in some bullet points. Now let's come to the demands. Considering the grave irregularities and discrepancies uncovered in the 2024 Provisional Voters Register and the EC's admission of unauthorized voter transfers and errors, the NDC, inspired in the spirit of safeguarding Ghana's democratic process for free, fair, and transparent elections, respectfully petition the Commission to 1, and I'm going to read this in full, permit an independent forensic audit of the Voters Register and its IT system. Okay, yeah, let me just read the highlights. The details are, I think it's self-explanatory. 2, convene stakeholders for collaboration.
Okay.
3, agree to publish the findings of the forensic audit. 4, re-exhibit the register after the forensic audit. 5, review and correct all unauthorized transfers. 6, adopt a revised timeline for electoral activities. And then 7, institute accountability and integrity measures. Now, conclusion. The integrity of Ghana's electoral process is essential to the stability of its democracy. Given the numerous irregularities identified in the provisional voters register, such as anomalies in voter registration and transfers, loss of biometric voter registration kits, and other critical deficiencies, a comprehensive forensic audit is necessary to safeguard credibility of the elections. In the national interest, the NDC argues or urges your esteemed office to permit a forensic audit of the voter register and its IT system as a vital step towards restoring public confidence, ensuring transparency, and upholding the democratic principles that are the cornerstone of our republic. The urgency of this matter cannot be overstated, particularly as the 2024 general elections approach. We trust that this petition will receive the attention it deserves to preserve the credibility and integrity of Ghana's democratic process. We respectfully await your swift action on this urgent petition. Yours sincerely, Johnson Asiedu Nketia, National Chairman. Copied to Majority Leader, Parliament, Minority Leader, Parliament, civil society organizations in governance, and diplomatic missions and foreign missions in Ghana. So this is dated September 17, yesterday. EC sent a 1-page response to NDC's petition following demonstration on Tuesday. Let me read this in full. The Electoral Commission has received the petition submitted by the NDC at the end of their demonstration on Tuesday, September 17. The Commission will review the petition and provide its response in the coming days. The Commission wishes to assure the general public that the process of producing the final register is in its early stages. So that's a key point, the early stages. The Commission is mindful that the voter register is the bedrock of credibility, fair, and transparent elections. So they sort of agree that the register is the basis of everything. We assure the NDC and all stakeholders of our avowed commitment to delivering a credible and robust final register ahead of the December 2024 elections. In the meantime, our doors remain open. We look forward to engaging the NDC on their concerns. So, 2 things. We have received your report. We'll respond to it. We understand that the voter register is critical for the election to be free, fair, and transparent.
Yeah.
We are in the process of producing a final register, so that could say we've not finished our work. Whether what NDC is asking you is part of the work or after the work, we are not sure. In the meantime, our doors remain open. We look forward to engaging the NDC on their concerns. Yesterday, I interviewed Dr. Akwete. He said he thinks the EC, when they finish their work, should do the audit. The civil society platform also believes this, because it will be a way of making everything more transparent. And I think that's a very sensible thing to say. So what we will say, watch this space. We'll keep an eye on this. So it's 21 minutes past 9. We'll take a shortish break. When we come back, we have a big interview and we will also be reading your comments. Citi Breakfast Show is live. Stay with us.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Are you hoping to start university this October? If you want a British degree from a world-class university at a fraction of the cost, then join Lancaster University Ghana in Accra. With a diverse student community, vibrant campus life, and up to 50% scholarship to support your study, Lancaster University Ghana provides you with a world-class education that creates endless possibilities globally. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Apply to join Lancaster University Ghana, where learners become leaders. Admissions are currently open for our 2024 intakes. Apply now for our foundation and undergraduate programs. For more information, contact us at +233 030 221 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Lancaster University Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
Sister Essie.
Teacher,
don't tell me that Yao is not in school today too.
Please, that's why I'm here. He was diagnosed with malaria.
Oh my, that boy is missing a lot in class. Don't you have treated mosquito nets? It is the most common and effective means to prevent malaria. I can't.
Madam, we now have the new treated net.
Really?
We all sleep under it.
The new nets? Speedy recovery to him.
Avoid malaria. Get insecticide-treated net and sleep under it every night and throughout the night. And remember, there's also the new insecticide-treated net. Highly resistant, strong, and is just as effective.
Let's come on board Good Life and protect against malaria. Good Life, live it well, it's an everyday thing. This message is brought to you by the Ghana Health Service and partners with support from the USAID.
Malaria away, Good Life, live it well.
Hey, so what goes into building quality structures? I mean, literally, what goes into it? Wujaf, you don't want to be sitting here somewhere worrying whether or not you did a really good job. It's a very simple equation. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, massa, forget it. Don't start cry. Menye, diamond cement has been providing builders, block makers, and construction companies that peace of mind for years. Diamond cement is 42.5 R grade cement, unbeatable quality made right here in Ghana. And because we have your pocket in mind, we provide 32.5 R grade so that everybody getting on. No long talk, Jack. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, don't start. Locate Diamond Cement Ghana Limited nationwide with factories in Aflao, Takrade, and Buipe, or call 0244-313-368 or 0540-111-978 or 0202-021-175. Diamond Cement, still as hard as a diamond.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show.
Charlie, manifest, Charlie. Manifest, please, I need a Galamsey song. I know you've done a couple of songs, No Shortcut to Heaven.
Yeah, but No Shortcut to Heaven's visuals are
yeah, I know. It's Galamsey type. But I want, it's a direct appeal. I want Manifest to do a pure mining song.
Okay.
It's a pure, I need him to, I know he's thinking about those things.
Well,
Manifest.
The muses will speak to him.
Ahmet, he's called Ahmet. Yeah, that's the name. Ahmet, please. This is a direct appeal. I need a song from you to help the Galamsey fight. So we, the coalition against Galamsey, need you to do a Galamsey song for us. We beg, because we know you can do it.
Thanks, me dasa. It's my weirdest might to buy.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't him say has to know this?
There's a big interview coming up. Angele Peeby is CEO of Peeby Cubs, and they're doing some really great things.
RIP laziness.
As an edtech company,
with the struggle,
helping with accessibility to education in underserved communities in rural areas.
These weekends we can enjoy.
They are integrating edtech innovation, helping our kids read. And look, this has been amazing. They started this a few years ago and it's going really, really well. We'll talk to her shortly about this. But the Breeze app can do some fantastic things for you. It has a new personal shopper sort of feature. So like you're a busy mom, right? You want to go to the market, but you have to also go and do some meeting to raise funds. So simply go on the Breeze app and give it instructions to go and shop for you. You tell it where to go, what to buy. No, it's serious. It's called the personal shopper component of the personal shopper tab, right? You write a list of items you need, and then you name any shop or market or restaurant where you want the things purchased. The app will send somebody to go and buy the things. They will send you pictures. You say, I like this, I don't like this. Then you say pay, then they pay, they bring it to your house. It'll be powerful. Yeah, it's called the Breeze Ride app. It has a new feature, so please download it. You're a busy mom. The Google Play and the App Store. It's very powerful. The Breeze, and it's Charlie. It's very powerful. It's a new thing, you know. Another quick one. The Ghana Digital Innovation Week is happening on the 2nd to the 4th of October at the Accra International Conference Center, bringing together a consortium of National Entrepreneurship and Innovative Program, the Ghana Hubs Network, Impact Investing Ghana, over 6,000 attendees, 45 exhibitors, with over 40 sessions on the theme Innovate Together, Collaborating for Digital Transformation and Impact. And this event you can register for by going to gdiw.com.gh. Book your seat for free. Let's collaborate for Digital Ghana. Be part of the change. Be part of the future.
Well, there's an exciting new chocolate beverage out there on the market. It's called Twisco. It's from the producers of Cowbell, so you are getting something really good. It's made from a blend of premium cocoa powder, and it's enriched with NFL. Start your day with a cup of the great tasting Twisco and power your dream. And this ad is FDA approved. Now you are home after a long working day. You want to relax in comfort, but the mattress is sagging. It's a reminder that you bought the wrong mattress and you compromised. Go to Latex Foam. They will give you high quality mattresses and furniture crafted with your ultimate relaxation in mind. Latex Foam is your partner for life. Visit us today and sleep better tonight. So when in September you want to go to school, Heritage Christian University College is an option you should consider. They place a huge emphasis on entrepreneurship, technology, and practical learning with professional certification. They are at Amasaman behind the Olympic Stadium. They are affiliated to KNUST and UCC. They are accredited by GTech. Call them on 0547 777 731. Heritage Christian University College, educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders.
Angele Peeby is the CEO of Peeby Cubs, and she's here to talk about what they've been doing in the past few years. Angele, welcome to the show. Good morning.
Thank you, Bernard. Thank you for having me over.
Peeby Cubs. Yes. Who are the Peeby Cubs, and what is that all about?
Okay, so Peeby Cubs is all about getting children to love reading and get better at reading so that they excel in school and in their future careers. And what inspired us to start Peeby Cubs is actually, a few years ago we had a small children's library and doing some research on, what's the state of reading in our context. We find out that 90% of children, almost 90% of children in sub-Saharan Africa cannot read and understand a simple story by age 10. Now, while that may not be my child or your child, Bernard, or maybe many of our listeners' children, as we've learned through COVID and also through Galamsey, we've realized that what affects a few people can affect, or happens to the few people can affect a lot of people. If it doesn't affect you directly, it can still affect you indirectly. And so we're very shocked by this statistic and decided to put together a reading intervention. So Peeby Cubs offers a fun, evidence-based, cost-effective literacy program that empowers children to succeed by becoming proficient readers.
So let me tell you my problem. I tell my kids to read, and they're like, "Oh, reading is boring." It's like they don't like the book, but they like gadgets, right? So I'm thinking that your solution sort of addresses this, where they will get their gadget, but they'll read.
Yes.
Explain how it works.
Yes, so you are very right. Children are very attracted to gadgets. In fact, we all are. We use our gadgets pretty often.
Yeah.
And so we say, let's repurpose that screen time. Instead of complaining about so much screen time, let's repurpose that. Let's gamify it. Anything that is gamified, we all enjoy doing, right? And so let's gamify it. Let's make it fun to read. You read, you take a quiz, you earn points, you get medallions, and you are still reading. You are still benefiting from reading.
Indirectly. So we are basically forcing you to read.
Yes.
You think you're having fun, but you're reading.
Exactly. You're doing exactly what we want you to do.
So how has it gone? When did you start this campaign? How has it gone, this approach of using a gamified approach to reading?
Okay, so we started it in 2018. However, COVID was crucial in causing us to pivot from mainly hard copy books to an edtech company where we measure children's reading level, we give them thousands of books to read, and then we are able to, as we said, encourage them to read, affirm them to read, reward them when they read. It's been going very well. Last year, as part of UNESCO Accra World Book Capital, we organized a massive reading campaign called Carnival, and one of the flagship programs under Carnival was our inter-school reading quiz. We had over 51 schools participating, and just between January and May this year, we had the children read 107,000 plus books. And that, I think, is something which they can be commended about. So it's going very well. It has to be a fun campaign because, as you said, the children don't like, some children don't like reading. So we are rebranding reading. Reading is not a bore, a chore, a punishment. It's rather, it's fun, it leads to success, and so let's read.
Where and how far have you penetrated with this? Is this happening in underserved communities? Has this gone to rural areas yet? Is this still being piloted in Accra? What's the status of this?
A very good question. So this year, Peeby Cubs is privileged to be part of the MasterCard Foundation EdTech Fellowship, which is being implemented by MEST. And one of the benefits of being in the program is that we've been equipped and empowered to actually scale our program across the nation. And so as part of this, we've actually had schools registering from all over Ghana, from Upper East, Otiri, literally every region, to participate in our inter-school reading quiz. And that is fantastic. And we also have the opportunity to serve children with disabilities. So we are having children who are visually impaired and children who are also hearing impaired take part. And so this is a great opportunity we have starting this year to really meet the needs of children when it comes to reading, or access to books, access to a fun reading program across the country.
How ready is Ghana's educational system to adopt and integrate edtech innovations into the way teaching and learning is done, beyond the case study of what Peeby Cubs is doing?
Well, that is a very good question. I think I've realized that the ecosystem, which is, literally everybody in the education space and in the tech space, including Ministry of Information, which has to do with the infrastructure, is open to the idea of using tech to get better learning outcomes and faster. That said, there are significant challenges from infrastructural challenges. Where do we have electricity available everywhere? We don't. How about internet access? How about access to gadgets? How about access to trained personnel? So there are quite a number of challenges, but the beacon of hope, or the light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak, is the fact that I see the ecosystem coming together in a way that I hadn't seen before. And we are having a lot of consultations and collaborations across the ecosystem between the government agencies led by SENDLOS, as well as between funders like the MasterCard Foundation and other funders, also with companies in the edtech space. So with this kind of collaboration coming together, I believe that we are going to be better prepared to adopt it. That said, there would have to be quite a comprehensive training program for the teachers on the ground to be able to adopt the technology, as well as perhaps incentives by the government and regulators for those who actually adopt it and use it well to improve learning outcomes.
I notice you've done this with both middle class, high-level urban schools, but you also do some for deprived schools in local communities. How have you tailored the solution for it to work in different settings? Because it can be quite challenging.
Yes, that is true. So children are children, though, and what you realize is that once we are able to tap into their desire to enjoy themselves, have fun, and not make it something that's oppressive, they respond to it. So in the local communities that are a bit more deprived, though, we do a combination of hard copy books as well as a tech, so that in the case where perhaps internet connectivity is not as great, and we're able to supplement with some hard copy books, but they still take their reading quizzes on the tablets and so on and so forth. So we are looking forward to engaging children, tapping into the desire for them to have fun and the desire to also compete, and to win competitions. And we are able to engage them across the country to be able to participate in this program.
So what you mentioned, SENDLOS, Ministry of Education, GES. So is it your statement that they've all aligned and they've agreed that the Peeby Cubs approach is a useful approach to use when it comes to encouraging reading? Is this something they've said to you already?
We have really been encouraged by the support of SENDLOS in particular, and also the opportunity we've had to be in consultations with the various agencies of the Ministry of Education regarding EdTech in general. With regarding EdTech in general, but Peeby Cubs particularly, there's been an opening for certain conversations, and so we're encouraged by that. I wouldn't say that they've given their stamp of approval for Peeby Cubs to be rolled out everywhere, but there definitely has been interest from Special Education Division and the various agencies within the Ministry of Education.
So there's Peeby Cubs, there's also MasterCard Foundation, there's Meltwater Entrepreneurial School of Technology. So we are seeing various people coming together now. It's no longer, so we've already mentioned SENDLOS and the ministry. There's also Meltwater, there's MasterCard. So this looks like a collaboration between private sector, public sector. Seems pretty broad. In my view. How is that going?
Well, I think this is the ecosystem is gaining some momentum, catalyzed by MasterCard Foundation's EdTech Fellowship and being run by Meltwater Technology Institute. We are seeing a lot of consultations and collaborations and learning what other parts of the ecosystem are doing. What used to be the case where as an EdTech you felt like you're working in a silo and you didn't really know what was going on, literally also producing solutions which you're not even sure is the government's priority. Now we are having conversations that will lead to serious synergy in the EdTech space, but also in the education space, so that we can improve learning outcomes at a faster rate.
We're talking to Anyele Peeby. She's the CEO of Peeby Cubs, who have an innovative way of encouraging young people to read. It's an EdTech company, education, technology, but also very organic, because reading is the basis for everything. Now, what I want you to do is, if somebody listening as a school or institution, or wants to partner with you, or wants the solution you offer in their institution or community, how can they reach out to you?
Well, if you want to reach out to Peeby Cubs, it's very easy. You can go to peebicubs.com/quiz. We are actually about to launch, let me put a plug in for that, our inter-school reading quiz a week from today at the British Council at 8:30 a.m. You can come if you are so inclined. Our inter-school reading quiz is how we engage children, giving them an awesome opportunity to compete, to read a lot, and to be celebrated. And so go to peebicubs.com/quiz.
Peeby Cubs, PERBICUBS.
.com/quiz, and you'll find more information on how to get in touch with us.
What if I don't have internet and I want to call you?
Call us on 055-2477-243.
Can you repeat that?
055-2477-243.
Wonderful. And do you have a website? peebicubs.com.
peebicubs.com. Yes.
Keep up the good work. I like it.
Thank you so much, Bernard.
And there's EdTech Monday too. So
it's next 2 weeks.
No, we have
next
EdTech.
The last. Today's 18. So it's last
2 Mondays from now. Yes.
But you've been on EdTech Monday before.
Yes,
she has.
You're on EdTech Monday before. You are the EdTech rep.
So yeah.
Yeah, EdTech. I got Tintin books, and I told my kids to read it. Like, the English is too old.
Oh.
Yeah, they said the English is. And I was like, Charlie, when I was young, we used to go to libraries. We used to fight over Tintin and Asterix.
Exactly.
Yep. Asterix and Obelix.
But I don't know what now they are saying. there's a new guy, The Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Yes.
And some new things and they're like, Charlie, your Tintin is boy. I said, oh, Charlie, guys, Tintin debut. I said, no. There are some new comics that they read.
Yeah.
Why is The Diary of a Wimpy Kid so popular?
Oh, well, I mean, it's also the tone in which it speaks.
It's more modern, right?
It's more modern, yeah.
Gen Z, or no, Gen A. What's the name of their generation now? People born after 2013, they are called Generation Alpha or something.
I think so. Yeah. So, it's more modern, but it's also quite Western. It's very Western.
Can they revise some of our old comics that helped us?
I think that's a good idea.
Because Charlie Tintin in Charlie.
Yeah, but
what
about
America?
So
I think cigars of the Pharaoh.
Yes.
Charlie
the
and
Lotus,
Asterix the Gaul, Asterix in Spain.
But I think as we have these conversations, we also need to think about the Ghanaian story, right? And how we can get more children to read a lot more about
but you can solve one problem before the other. So this is my thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Let the child read first.
Exactly.
Let him enjoy what
that is important.
Then, for me, if he thinks Diary of a Wimpy Kid is if it's what will make him read, let him start reading.
And then you can introduce.
You get it? Because if
But my point is that it is true. Let them read and all of that. But we have to ensure that the Ghanaian stories are there for them to read when we feel we are ready to introduce them to it.
I'll tell you something. My usage of alliteration, billions of blue blistering barnacles, Captain Haddock.
Yes,
you get it?
exactly.
So you tell it. It's you especially Tintin. Like in the Tintin story, you know, funny thing. You know the funny. And I didn't know that Tintin was a journalist. Because in the story, he sounded like an investigator, but he was also a journalist who was sort of investigator. And guess what? Here I am as a journalist.
Exactly.
And his quest for the story always got him in trouble. He had Professor Calculus, and it was a very subtle way of sort of promoting, expanding my thinking, expanding my grammar.
My husband and I recently bought the whole set
again,
to reread again.
Yes, I got a friend sent me the smaller Tintin set.
Okay.
And there's even Tintin in the Soviet Union. I didn't even know. I didn't know that there was a Tintin.
There are even the cartoons. So I've read.
But did you read Tintin?
Yes, I still do. I still watch. I have a video of
my favorite character was the Captain Haddock.
Yes.
Then there's a Professor Calculus, and there's a lady, Bianca
Castafiore.
Who can terrible voice.
She'll sing and smash up.
When she's singing, the glass breaks and things. But the characters were so well. But you see this thing, right? The stories are well written. The character is well formed, so you know what to expect. But it's interesting.
Exactly.
The villains are also well created, and there's always a positive ending.
Yes.
You know, it was
very, very well created stories.
There was a story about the Aztecs. There was a Tintin, and this is the other thing. They use the Tintin story to show you geography. So he goes to South America to deal with some Incas issues.
Yes.
You know, he goes Tintin and the Picaros.
Yes, he goes to South America.
You know,
Tintin and the broken ear.
Yeah, you know, it was a powerful. So Peeby Cubs, keep it up, and hopefully you can expand the scope of books available on the platform.
Yes.
And get more kids. The kids are very competitive. One of my kids was always looking for points, and I said, look, dude, it's not about points. It's about reading. But it's like, I don't know. He just wants points, you know. And I don't know.
You let him start with the points. He'll branch out to other genres as well.
Maybe we want our kids to improve too fast. Thank you, Angele.
Thank you for having me.
By the way, is there a physical office people can come to?
Yes, we have an office in Westland, and we do actually after school programs and weekend programs as well.
So if you want kids to come to a space where they can read more,
yes,
they can get the number again for the last time.
055 2477243.
Wonderful.
055 2477243.
Well, if you're from my generation, which was your favorite Tintin comic? Oh my god. Oh man, it was Charlie. Tintin was good. I loved it. Time check, 9:45. Another shortish break. Citi Breakfast Show will be right back.
Hey, my friend, let us walk quickly and get away from this dog. Oh. Indeed, we should. Amadu's dog can be wild sometimes. You know what? It is safer to walk away from it. Hey, this dog won't stop barking at us. Oh. It's even getting closer. Who knows if it has rabies or not? That dangerous disease.
Wait, gentlemen. Our dog is in chains and would not come near you. My husband ensures Bingo, our dog, is vaccinated annually to prevent rabies.
Rabies is a disease that can cause severe illness and death among animals and humans. Rabies is spread through the saliva of a dog or a cat that has the rabies virus when that animal bites or scratches someone or another animal. Vaccinate your dogs and cats every year to protect them from rabies and keep them healthy. Remember, no bites, no scratch, no rabies. Vaccinate your dogs and cats every year. For further information, please contact your nearest health facility. This message is brought to you by the Ghana Health Service, Veterinary Services, USAID and partners.
Are you searching for a world-class conferencing facility to elevate your next event? Do you need a bougie look for that all-important corporate, board meeting, or private social event? The Alisa Hotel Pavilion at Northridge. Our expansive conference center comfortably seats 1,000 persons in a theater-style setup. This makes it ideal for large conferences and exhibitions. Where there is the need to break out, the conference center seamlessly converts into 2 separate breakout rooms. With the importance of seamless technology integration, our facilities are equipped to support your audiovisual needs. Looking for an oasis of bliss? Saunter into our Oasis Lounge and enjoy your juicy lamb chops, steaks, and burgers. We have alfresco dining for nature lovers in our lush manicured lawns. The Alisa Hotel Pavilion, where great minds convene and beautiful memories are created.
Hey, my friend, let us walk quickly and get away from this dog. Indeed, we should.
Get ready for the ultimate battle of business minds at the Citi Business Olympics 2024. Join us for a day of intense competition, team building, and networking as companies go head-to-head in various challenges to prove your skills and expertise. From traditional sports like seven-a-side football, basketball, sack race, and volleyball to unique challenges like tug-of-war and arm wrestling, there's no shortage of excitement and adrenaline pumping action. Don't miss out on this exciting event that will test your business acumen and athletic skills on the field. Date: Saturday, 28th September 2024. Venue: Eden Heights Sports Complex, Wager. Time: 8 a.m. Call 0558-973-973 for details on how you can participate and showcase your company's talents at the Citi Business Olympics 2024. Get ready to compete, collaborate, and conquer. The Citi Business Olympics 2024 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM and proudly sponsored by Peeby Beverages, Blue Jeans Energy Drink, Bethel Logistics, experts in shipping logistics, and Losati Lozenges from Unicom Chemist Limited. Get ready for the ultimate battle of business minds at the Citi Business Olympics 2024. Join us for a day of intense competition, team building, and networking as companies go head-to-head in various challenges to prove your skills and expertise. From traditional sports like seven-a-side football, basketball, sack race, and volleyball to unique challenges like tug-of-war and arm wrestling, there's no shortage of excitement and adrenaline pumping action. Don't miss out on this exciting event that will test your business acumen and athletic skills on the field. Date: Saturday, 28th September 2024. Venue: Eden Heights Sports Complex, Wager. Time: 8 a.m. Call 0558-973-973 for details on how you can participate and showcase your company's talents at the Citi Business Olympics 2024. Get ready to compete, collaborate, and conquer. The Citi Business Olympics 2024 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM and proudly sponsored by Peeby Beverages, Blue Jeans Energy Drink, Bethel Logistics, experts in shipping logistics, and Losati Lozenges from Unicom Chemist Limited. Get ready for the ultimate battle of business minds at the Citi Business Olympics 2024. Join us for a day of intense competition, team building, and networking as companies go head-to-head in various challenges to prove your skills and expertise. From traditional sports like seven-a-side football, basketball, sack race, and volleyball to unique challenges like tug of war and arm wrestling, there's no shortage of excitement and adrenaline pumping action. Don't miss out on this exciting event that will test your business acumen and athletic.
Memory is good. Like one of my favorite times as a child, I used to go to my mom's village in Peeby, and during the vacation we went. There was a library that had a lot of Tintin and Asterix comics that nobody was reading. You know, in those days in Accra, if you wanted one book, you have to borrow and then give to somebody. But when I went to the Peeby, it's like, all these books, nobody's reading them. The librarian actually come and open because of us, and we're just reading because we didn't have enough of those Tintin books, you know. So if you're a child listening and you have access to books, Charlie,
it's important.
Read. Some kids don't have. All right, let's do 2 announcements for radio LPM.
Yes,
your text messages.
Yes, it's important. Right now, small thing, less Jackpot, but Jackpot doesn't have to mean you jet off on a plane. Your skills can go global right from your living room to make you some good money. It's possible if you take the AI Career Essentials and Virtual Assistant programs from ALX, Africa's leading tech skills provider. In just 6 to 8 weeks, you learn how to solve problems and communicate effectively, get familiar with AI tools, network, build strong soft skills, and more. Just search ALX Ghana online, apply to the fully funded 100% online program. ALX do hard things.
All right.
Now you're home after a long day, you want to relax, but the mattress is saying no. It's because you bought the wrong mattress. Go to Latex Foam, buy high quality mattresses and furniture crafted with your ultimate relaxation in mind. Call them on 0302231155 or visit them online, latexfoamghana.com, or you can walk into their showrooms and make a good choice. Twistco is here. It's from the producers of Cowbell. The product is made from premium cocoa powder and rich with Etherford. Just take all of that, pour it into a mug, mix, add milk, drink, and enjoy. Start your day with a cup of the great tasting Twistco and power your dream. This ad is FDA approved.
9:53. Hello, parents, students, and professionals. Have you thought about educating abroad or studying in Canada? Was your study visa application unsuccessful? Do you want to know which courses or program of study will get you a job in Canada? The Best Education Services proudly brings you the exclusive Study in Canada Fair. It's on the 14th and 15th of October at the Accra City Hotel. Students in Kumasi visit the Lancaster Hotel, Kumasi on Wednesday, 16th October. 17 top Canadian institutions with programs in bachelor's degrees to master's degrees will be present to assist you in choosing the right program. You must come in if you must come into this event if you have WASI result or you're ready to write, or you are currently a student at a university or polytechnic and want to transfer to Canada, or you have a diploma or HND, or you have a bachelor's degree looking for a master's program. This event is free, but you must register now. So you can call or WhatsApp 025 624 5006. The number again 025 624 5006 to be part of the Best Education Study in Canada Tour 2024. It's your ticket to success. The beginning of the end. I don't know if I'm reading this right. Help me. I'm reading, I don't know whether it's my mind.
So here's what's happening. Yeah, I mean, if you're considering studying in Canada, you've had challenges with your visa application, and you want to know which courses or programs of study will get you a good job in Canada when you are done, then the Best Education Service is organizing Study in Canada Fair.
Okay.
So this is happening on Monday, the 14th of this month. Of October, and Tuesday 15th of October.
So that's next month.
It's happening in Accra and Kumasi. So next month, you're right. Monday 14th and then Tuesday 15th.
Okay.
Now, if you're in Kumasi, you don't need to come to Accra because it's going to happen at Lancaster Hotel on Wednesday, 16th of October. Now, there will be 17 top Canadian institutions with programs in bachelor's degree to master's. They will be present to assist you in choosing the right program. But here's what you must come with. You must come with your WASSCE results. If you are yet to write, that's okay. Currently, at the University or Poly level, if you want to transfer to Canada, you need to bring your certificates, whether you have a diploma, HND, whatever it is you have. Bachelor's degree. If you're a bachelor's degree holder looking forward to a master's program, you're also invited.
Okay.
But the event is free. However, you must register to be there. So you call or WhatsApp 056245006.
Okay. I think that works well. Here are some of your comments. Nathan, help me.
Yeah, this one says Diary of Wimpy Kid and Dot Diaries. This one says, hey Bernard, Tintin in Chicago, Red Rackham's treasure. Says, what's the meaning of billions of blue blistering barnacles?
Charlie.
Says, I think Tintin inspired my journalism too.
Yes.
This one says, Tintin in Tibet with Thompson and Thompson. Nin Legon. This one says,
well, you know, that was the first time I saw that this creature was called the abominable snowman.
The Yeti.
The Yeti. So, I mean, how would I have known this?
Yeah.
The abominable.
Thompson and Thompson.
And you need the word abominable. To read that word in class 3 or 4.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. The abominable snowman.
Abominable snowman.
Yeah. It will appear in the dark and just attack you. You know, Tintin. Charlie, always risking his life. All right,
this
more?
one says you forgot the twins, Thompson and
Oh
Thompson.
my God. Oh my God. Thompson and Thompson.
Clumsy.
Which also showed us the spelling, the different spellings of Thompson and Thompson.
I remember.
Yes.
So when my dad first mentioned the names, said Thompson and Thompson. Then he said one with a P, one without a P. So my young brain was trying
what
to
is happening here?
calibrate. What does he mean by one with a P and one without?
Where is the P in this
Where's
Thompson?
the P in Thompson?
You don't be you alone. You don't be you alone. Yeah.
I guess,
a couple of
that's
comments
what curiosity
on this as well. John says, Bernard, you are sending me back into Tintin this morning. Captain Haddock is my favorite. Thundering typhoons, crustaceans, tons and tons of blistering barnacles. You dare not ration his rum.
Yes.
Great character there.
This one says, I was forced to love Tintin because of my dad. He would stop everything just to watch the Tintin series, and I came to love it more than he did. Same with Matlock. Yes, true.
Yeah.
So I read the books, and they had the TV series too. So we watched the animation. Really nice.
And then there's the old fox.
This one says my favorite books back in the day were the Hardy Boy series.
Yes, and then
what's
Nancy
the name of the
Drew.
author? Frank Nixon or something.
There was also Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew.
So the Hardy Boys. That was when I was becoming a teenager.
Yes. Those were
Frank Hardy.
Frank Hardy, his brother.
And then there was Nancy
Drew for those who love.
Then there was a book called Sweet Valley High.
Yeah.
Sweet Valley High. It was Charlie. You know, they were just using our interests to just expand our horizons, and it's helped us get the confidence and all the things we have today. So God bless writers. Let's get more reading in the tanks. This is Rocky Dawooni. Another statement. I think the statement came earlier, but somebody sent it to me again.
Career pharmacist. Is that what you have?
No, I don't have that. The one I have is the Lions. Oh, you have another one?
Yeah, there's early career pharmacist.
On Galamsey?
Yeah.
Hey, early career pharmacist.
Yeah, man.
But what are the Hajias of Ghana issuing a campaign?
They're not saying anything. They're just going to Hajj and coming back and asking for a dollar to eat.
If you've gone to Hajj and come back, you should be sure Galamsey. And I saw this of Hajias.
Yes.
Oh, the chief imam has spoken.
It's good enough for you. Chief imam has spoken, so that's all.
Guess who is rising again?
So that's what we have time for. The show has been the Citi Breakfast Show. Coming up next is Brunch in the City with Na Oyo Quartet. For that, Hawa Idrisu, Citi News at 10. My name is Bernard Avle. I did it with Caleb Kuda, Nathan Kwao, Samuel Atamenza. All right, so what's in the news this morning, Hawa?